are so sorry, extremely sorry for all the technical difficulties. We were trying to be independent women, and yeah, it was an epic fail. So it is what it is. But thank you so much once again for tuning in. Thank you for joining me and the beautiful First Love Yourself, Bree. So I'm sure many of you know who Bree is because a lot of her supporters are in here. But just in case any of my supporters are in here and do not know who Bree is, I will let Bree take the floor to introduce herself once again.
Hey, my baby. Um, I go by First Love Yourself on all my social media. Um, I'm Bree. Hey, y'all. And I've just been YouTubing since January. I just want to say hey to everybody so much that's done came through. Easy, all of y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey. But yeah, I'm just happy to be here. I'm excited. I'm so excited for this collab. I'm looking forward to many more with the beautiful Cooking Beauty. But like I said, I'm new to YouTube. I feel like we both are. We both trying to figure it
Yes.
out. You know what I'm saying? Trial and error, you know. But yeah, I'm happy to be here, and I am so grateful to grace you guys' presence.
Yes. And make sure you guys please show love to my girl, First Love Yourself, and be sure to please go over to her channel and subscribe. So if one of my mods could put in the comment section her info, and I'll see if I can pin it in here. So kindly, one of my subs, if you can just put Bree's info, her link, so that way everybody can go and check her out. But hey, Easy, hey Sheldon, thank you so much for being in here. Elevated, you a real one because you was here earlier when we were having issues. So thank you so much for coming back. Little Texas, Looney, thank you so much. Kenya, thank you guys for being in here. I appreciate you so much.
Hey y'all. Hey Looney. Hey Elevated. Hey Jetty. What the Himothy? Hey y'all. I'm grateful for all of you that has came through to grace your presence with your girl. So yeah, we finna turn
Yes.
up. I'm so glad to see y'all in here. So thank y'all through all of the trials and tribulations. Y'all made it over
Mhm.
here. Grateful.
Yes, thank you so much once again. But we're going to make this we're going to try to make it fun. So we do need everybody to engage. Tell us your take on some of the topics we're going to talk about, and of course, everybody respect one another, respect everybody's opinion because we're going to agree to disagree. And just because I think one way doesn't mean I'm right, and vice versa. So everybody in the comments, we're grown adults. We are grown adults. So yeah, we're gonna have fun and respect each other, each other's opinions, nothing personal. So we're gonna get started. So we do have a few topics.
In the chat, I seen it. Easy did. Thank you, Easy. I put my channel in the chat. So pin
Yeah,
mine.
I pinned
Pin.
it.
Okay, so they can see it. Okay.
Yeah, I pinned it. Thank you again, Easy. And how hi Antron.
Hey, Antron.
Right. There definitely is no way, no right or wrong way to be disrespectful. So yeah, we gotta respect each other and each other's opinions. There's no tea here, Jet. There's no tea. We're just having fun. We're having adult conversation. If you're not an adult, you may want to leave because, yeah, if you're not an adult, this may be too much for children. So if you are a child, just stay at a child's place and don't say anything. Just zip it. Okay, so the first topic we are going to talk about. So, Bree, do you want me to go ahead and start with the first topic? Do you want to start with the first topic?
No, go ahead. I'm listening. I'm a guest, honey. Treat me like a guest on here. The hell?
Okay. Okay. So, the first topic that I do want to talk about
Wait. Should I raise my hand when I got something I gotta say, or what? I don't know how to do because I ain't never been a guest to somebody else's. So do
No,
I raise? Because I don't want us talking over each other, and I be talking loud anyways. I be yelling. So should I
oh,
just be?
okay, but we could go like this, like,
Hmm.
oh, do a little, like, okay, you want to say something? Yeah, go ahead, girl, go ahead,
Um,
sis.
um, damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, can we take a drink before we even get to? You know what I'm saying? Like too engulfed in it? Yes.
Yeah, make sure y'all have y'all love. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Supposed to be sipping chat.
Exactly. This is supposed to be sipping chat, so I'm gonna need y'all to sip on something. I don't know what y'all sipping on, but sip on
Okay.
something. Okay. Yeah, shot o'clock. That's right. Shot o'clock. I know that's right. How you feeling, sis? How you feeling? You feeling good?
I'm
Mm-hmm.
good. Good.
Uh,
I'm ready. I'm ready.
okay. Period.
You
Okay, so
ready?
the first topic we are, and again, guys, we do this is a engagement type of chat. So this is not just us talking. So we do want you to engage. So it's more of us asking questions and you're giving us your take on it. So it's not so much us telling you what we think, it's so much that we're asking the questions and you're giving your take and then we're piggybacking and so make sure y'all engaging. Don't just sit here and watch us. Okay, don't just sit here and watch us. I need y'all to engage.
Right. Don't be creepy like a stalker in a van.
Right. Don't just, we ain't doing it. Engage. Okay. So the first topic that we are going to be talking about is a situationship. I know you all know about situationships. You may know someone that has been in a situationship, or you may have been in one. So the question is, when it comes to situationships, what are the pros and what are the cons? Because there can be pros and there can be cons depending on what you're looking for. So what are the pros and what are the cons when it comes to that? I can tell you some of my pros and some of my cons, but I also want to hear your opinion. So Bree, did you want to start
Let them
off
go
with?
first. Let them go
Huh?
first. Let them go first. I like to let
Okay.
them because I'm trying to see because they'll be trying to change up
Right,
based on
right,
no. Stick to what it was y'all was finna go.
right.
I want to hear in
Okay,
regards to
so
relationship.
we have one.
What was the question exactly?
So we do have one real quick. It said pros, no major strings attached. That is the pros. That's what Jet said. So the question is, when it comes to situationships, right? Do you think there are pros and cons? And if there are pros and cons, what would be the pros and cons? We can start with the pros first. And Jet so far
It
said,
looks like Jet is on the pros. You know what I'm saying? Because there is no major strings attached.
right. And then elevated, he says pros, no strings attached. Cons, feelings are always caught by one party or the other. That is correct.
No matter what, it's like somebody's gonna catch feelings depending on the situation. You know what I
I
mean? There's a
agree.
that goes into play. So somebody gonna catch feelings, honey. No matter how good they think they are at it.
I
Somebody gonna.
agree. I definitely agree. Slime also said pro, um, honesty and attraction. And then what else? Yeah, so elevated, yeah, pretty much. That is definitely one of the pros. So for me, like some of the pros, and I wrote some of these things down because baby, I know I was gonna forget. We got too much to talk about. So my pros, and I'm with Elevated on that, and I believe Jack said the same thing too. One of the biggest pros is no strings attached, but like Bree said, although we say no strings attached, eventually we're humans, we're not robots. Eventually, someone is gonna catch feelings.
Yeah, we're
So
human. We can help it.
exactly. Someone is going to catch feelings and someone's going to get hurt. So let me see. Standard eight count said pros, no lingering pros, cons, possibly feelings and use down the line. Yeah, yeah, that is correct. Yeah. So for me, the pros would be flexibility, meaning that you don't have to have any type of commitments, with the person because that ain't your man, that's not your woman. So you have a lot of flexibility. And then also another oh, you know what? No. We're talking about pros, right? Okay, we're talking about pros. My bad. See, that's why I had to write this down. And what else?
Do a fair count of
What
situationship.
else? Okay, another pro, you have less drama, but you have less drama if you both like genuinely are on the same accord. Like if you're both on the same page. So you have less drama when you both like, when we know what time it is, ain't nothing like, we know what it is.
Communication is key. I feel like
Right.
if you try to have a situationship and you don't want there to be strings attached, that has to be communicated. And it has to be
Exactly.
communicated often. Because a lot of times we'll be thinking, okay, no strings attached, but I still want to, what I'm saying, make sure you answer the phone. Make sure what I'm saying, don't nobody else be over there. Or don't I want to slide through. Like, what we got? You know what I'm saying? Let's be very specific about what it is that we have between us so that we ain't got to worry about no, what I'm saying? You
Right.
feel a type of way, I'm feeling a certain type of way. Loyalty is key. That's if you in a locked in relationship. We talk about a
Right.
situation.
Yeah, situationship, there's no loyalty.
Are you
Yeah.
loyal to the relationship or are you just in a situationship with that person and then maybe somebody else? That's another question.
Right. I agree. So yeah, so situationships, yeah, that could be a little tricky. That could be really sticky because, like I said, I don't think situationships. I don't think it's a smart thing to get into because, like we discussed already. Excuse me, like we discussed already. 9 out of 10, you're going to probably eventually catch some type of feelings for the person, especially if you guys are, I don't want to say the word, on a consistent basis. Like eventually you're going to start gaining some type of feelings, especially if you've been dealing with this person for over a year, 2 3 4. Eventually you're gonna have some type of feelings for that person, some type of feelings. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know if there's a lot of pros to that. I think the only time there's a pro is if you both like, this is strictly what you want. Like, it's, for a fact this is all you want. And you're, like I said, you're on the same page.
Being honest, a lot of us be in situationships hoping that we're in actual relationships. But if the relationship is not moving in a direction where y'all are progressing, then technically that's what you're in. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Y'all been in a relationship for years and y'all haven't actually did anything towards becoming more than that. Technically, that's what y'all are in. So it's like, how do you look at this? Like, how do you value that situation? Do you want more from that situation, or are you okay with it? Some people do agree to be in situationships if they're extremely busy, if they got a
Right.
whole lot on, if they are all over the world, if they here, they there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a situationship is a little bit more
Flexible.
convenient, a little bit more
Right.
convenient for them. So at the end of the day, it's all depending on what you're reasoning for it, and it's like, how well do you communicate?
That's true. You're right. That's true. So then now we have the cons, and I think standing eight count mentioned the con. The con is we discussed that already. Just the risk of getting emotionally attached to that person. So that is a con. That is something that can possibly happen. So that's one of the cons, and also jealousy is another con because although we say okay, yeah, this is a situation ship where I'm not going to catch any feelings. There might eventually be some type of jealousy eventually, and the thing is, I feel like a lot of time it's not to take sides. I'm a woman, so I can speak from a woman's perspective. A lot of because we're women, and let me know if you agree, Bree. Women, we're more emotional creatures, so I think it's easier for us to get attached. So when it comes to situationships, I feel like eventually there will be some type of jealousy on the woman's. Not saying that a man can't be jealous, because they definitely can be, but when it's dealing with a situationship where there's no type of commitment, I think it's easier for the woman to kind of get like more emotionally invested and possibly get jealous when they know there's a possible competition. What do you think?
So as far as situationships, like I said, it just all in the type of person that you're dealing with. Now, I'm laughing, I'm tickled by what they saying in the comments. Now, they listen, y'all, okay? You're right. Situationships, this is what the Himothy says. Situationships never end good. That's another thing. It just depends. Sometimes y'all can't agree to be together, and it's just that. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? It's not no bad blood. You know what I mean? They go their way, you go yours. Period. Not all things have to end abruptly. You know what I'm saying? With chaos or an argument or a fight. Sometimes people just to disagree, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Jet T in here trying to be funny like always. Okay, he's talking about this relationship better be loyal to me. You ain't in no situationship with no one else unless it's your husband, bro. What?
Lord.
Sir, what? Okay. But yeah, in all honesty, like it just depends on what type of person that you're dealing with. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you could be jealous blood because yeah, you're gonna be feeling a certain type of way, especially if that other person is dealing with someone else. There's a lot that can come up. There's a lot that can come up. You gotta know who you're dealing with. And I feel like that's when you really find out. So situationships to me, I
Yeah.
don't advise.
It
I
yeah.
don't advise.
It could become very emotionally draining, no matter what you try to make yourself, you try to convince yourself that you could deal with it. Eventually you'll get emotionally invested and it will start to drain you. So I wouldn't recommend it for anybody, but hey, to each his own. To each his own.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Jet said a con is that you can't be seen in public with the person.
I mean, you could be
Hiding,
seen in public.
that situationship, is that what's going on? Is the situationship getting hid?
No, 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 no. So if you're in a situation, okay. So now I want to know. So, are you in a situation
Look,
ship?
easy agreeing. Some of facts. You got to be low key, Jet T.
No. But listen. So, are
No,
you are you in a situation ship, but you have a relationship with somebody? Is that what you're referring to? So, are
baby.
you cheating? So, are you in a situation ship? Because that's the only way you would have to be worried about being seen. Because if you're single, that person is single, and you're in a situation ship, it doesn't matter if you're seen in person unless you actually have a main chick and then you have a situation ship on the side. Is that what we're talking
We're not even gonna entertain that. Cause we being for real in here, y'all. Because tech can get real messy, like they saying in the comments. That should get real messy. You talking about you got this person, you in a situation with them, you in a situation with somebody else. Baby, not only is feelings getting hurt, now it's gonna be a shootout. Because what the fuck is this? Like, excuse my whatnot, but what? What are we doing? Like, stop playing with me, bruh.
about? Hey,
Like,
Alana.
what is this?
I agree. I definitely agree. I don't. Yeah, me personally, I can't be in one. I'm too spoiled. I like all the attention on me, so I can't do it. Because eventually, I'm a snap. I'm not the type that could be in that. So yeah, because I know that I don't play them type of games. Because sometimes I feel like people, sometimes women. Again, I'm a woman, so I can speak from a woman's perspective. Sometimes we try to play the cool chick, like, yeah, I can deal with it. Yeah, I'm okay with it. Like, girl, no, you're not. No, you're not. You want that man for yourself. You do not want to share him, but you want to make it somebody you that cool down chick, and now your feelings hurt. Like, just keep it real with yourself. Like,
And that's a fact. If we're being honest with ourselves, nobody really wants to share. Not unless you signing up for some type of polygamy situation, and we could talk about that later. Not unless that's already on the menu. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
at the end of the day, nobody wants to share. They want to feel like their person is for them. At the end of the day, you
Right.
should feel like you're sharing with, So I totally understand that. Absolutely.
Exactly. So let's look at some of the comments, because we did say we want them to engage, and I don't want them to feel that we're not, you know. looking
Yeah,
in the
I'm all in
comments?
the comments. See, look, the thing about me is, honey, I'm gonna read them comments. I hear you though, Cooking Beauty. Keep on doing
Okay.
what you're doing, boo. I'm gonna be in them comments because,
Okay.
baby, I was like, that's where my people is. They're in the comments. They in here
Okay.
clowning though, but for the most part, they in the comments. So, but yes, I'm with you for the most part. I feel like we agree to the T on everything. So, absolutely.
Perfect. So before we move on to the next topic, guys, any other pros or cons when it comes to a situationship? Do you have any
Okay,
take on it?
I don't think that I even shared my pros. I feel like the
Okay.
pros would be sometimes when you be like kind of just kicking it with a person, you feel a little bit more open, a little bit more comfortable. You share things that you share with a best friend. You, you know what I'm saying? Y'all interact in a different way than you do with your partner. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So sometimes in a situationship is out of comfort. You know what I'm saying? It's because it's like a best friend type situation. It just depends on what type of situationship you have.
Right.
But that in itself is a pro. You know what I mean? The con, I would definitely say, hands down, at the end of the day, outside of feelings, a lot of times the cons is you never get what the full whatever it is that you're craving. You know what I'm saying? Like you never get all of this person.
You're
So at the
not.
end of the day, you can only get a portion. That's a con. Like bitch, if
Right.
I want to be with you, I want to be with you. I don't need to be like, well, what who no. You know what I'm saying? But at a situationship, you don't really there's no, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of strict boundaries and there's a
Yeah,
lot
you're
of
not gonna get any romance out of it.
there's a lot of red tape. So you know you got to be careful with that. So
Right.
that's my opinion in regards to pros and cons and situationships and whatnot.
So
I'm
easy. So easy says situationships seem to have similarities as a open relationship. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, I would. I would agree. It definitely yeah, because you're signing to that. You know what time it is. So pretty much, yeah.
absolutely, absolutely, because I feel like depending on what type of conversation that you're having with this person that you're trying to have a situationship with, that could be in the terms. Jet
Yeah.
T earlier said something. You got to sign a contract when you talking about a situationship. Yes, bitch, because we got to have something in writing. What are we
Yeah.
doing? Because I don't need you trying to go outside my head when you see me out in public living my life because you said you couldn't. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, we in a situation shit. We is not there. We not locked in. What is this? You know what I'm saying? So we
Right.
got to be very, very verbal, very communicative when it comes to what it is that we're trying to get ourselves into. Even with that being said, sometimes you can get your head knocked off because people say one thing and still do other stuff, talking about how they strong and they real, and then as soon as they see you out doing your thing,
They're about to die. Heart broken to pieces.
baby, look, let me tell you something. I already said, look, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it, but you just gotta talk about what it is that you
Yeah,
just gotta
gotta keep it real.
talk about communicate. You know what I'm saying? Open up your mouth and say what it is that you want in regards to this.
Right.
But for me, I don't recommend 1 out of 10.
No. No.
The foot,
Mm-mm.
not unless you can afford it. You gotta have some real decent, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta be able to afford to go out and do stuff. Because if you in a situation ship like Jet T said, y'all not really showing each other. Y'all not really posting each other. Y'all not really doing the whole romance. Y'all not doing the boyfriend or girlfriend thing. What are y'all doing? Are we just getting together to go take trips?
Pretty
Because if
much.
that's the case, let's do that. Let's do that.
All they
You
do
know,
is just
are
smashing.
we posting with bags on our heads or what? I just need to know what we're doing. I'm drinking now, so I just need to know what we're doing. That's it.
Right. I agree. So now Elevated says once you cross that line, the dynamic usually never returns to normal between the two. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Normally situationships do not turn into relationships. That doesn't normally happen because you already set the tone. You already set the tone. The person probably don't even have respect for you at this point, so they're not even looking at you as a potential partner. They just look at you as a quick, you know what.
That's true. That's true. But it's depending on like what type of situationship you have. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you're right. Once you cross certain lines with a person, that going back to what we used to, how we used to kick. No, none of that even mattered. Oh, that's a past, baby. Because
Right.
what?
I agree.
Hey,
And
Trent.
EG says, baby are made in situationships. They sure do.
I swear they do.
They sure
Because
do.
although y'all ain't really supposed to be linking, it be passionate.
Yeah, it definitely can get to that.
That that link you ain't really supposed to be with.
Sheldon said that is how you end up with child support. That
That
is
part.
true. But see,
That
my thing is, if you're in a situationship, why aren't you wrapping up anyways? Because that
that
ain't even
sounds
your
insane to me. That to me sounds insane. But you're right. There's a lot of slow people out here. We don't call them slow, but there's folk out here that just be making decisions
careless,
off
very
of,
careless.
yeah, off of what's in their pants, not what's in their head. So
Right.
just
Because
say
baby,
that.
we're not in anything committed. We have no reason, doing the do without any protection. Because I don't know who else. Since we're in a situationship, we don't have any commitment. I don't know who else you're sleeping with. So the fact that you're even doing that and then possibly bringing a child into the mix or maybe something else, yeah, that's a bit careless. So
That's going a bit far. Absolutely.
right. Okay. 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 So we don't want to keep you guys here all night. So the next question that we have, what is your take on polygamy? What is your take on polygamy? And same question, what are the pros and the cons for, in your opinion, when it comes to a polygamous relationship? Chat, take the floor. What's your take on it? Do you think there's any pros? Because the thing is, when people think, when some men think polygamy, their only thought is only, I could sleep with multiple women and it won't be an issue. That's a lot of, that's some men's mindset when it comes to polygamy. When polygamy, if you're really serious about it, is much, much deeper than, the sexual aspect. So what are your take on polygamy? Do you agree with polygamy? And if you do not believe in polygamy, let's start off with the pros.
So yeah, they in the chat. Elevator still says one female headache is enough for me. Simply was not for me. So I guess they're not really feeling that, and I can understand that.
Right.
I can understand that, but I feel like you're right. There is definitely a difference. It's not just being with a lot of multiple partners. Polygamy is if you have that one person who is vowed to take care of multiple. And whether it's a woman, just taking care of multiple men, or whether it's a man taking care of multiple women. So at the end of the day, they kind of take care of each other. However they choose, that's on them. But yeah, it's a definitely open situation, and that could get real sticky, bro. I'm gonna just say that, y'all. I'm gonna just
Very.
we see some no's in here. What else, y'all?
Alana says, poly is not for me. The only pro I see is she can come pay these damn bills and clean. Hello, hello. She sure can. That is the only pro, baby.
And they usually do. They usually do. Like the one that I watched, it was four girls that they went to work every single day, and the dude was at home, and it was wild. I seen it, y'all. I seen it, and sometimes it's different. I've also watched, the husband wife thing, and he went to work, and a lot of them really didn't work. A couple of them did, but he lived in a compound, and he was the man
Mhm.
of houses and everything like that. And I guess it's whatever it is that you into.
Right.
It's
That's
whatever
true.
it was whatever you into. But I tell you what, if you trying to be that one person and you want to have multiple, you got to be very versatile and open to spreading yourself to each person, because you can't get
Yeah.
to the person and be like, all right, I'm exhausted. When I get here, I'm taking a nap. No, 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 no. Baby, I'm gonna need the same energy that you
Right.
took to Selma. You know what I'm
Each
saying?
got to be treated equally.
Don't come lazy. Don't come tired. Like, what is this? When you come over here, baby, I'm gonna need that same energy that you gave to Betty. So yeah, run that. You know what I mean? Get on up. You know what I'm saying? You was over there dancing around doing TikToks with her. Get on up. What is this?
Right. Right. Right.
Like for real. No, we're not doing that. But they
Well,
say
it appears the men are not really interested in polygamy, which I'm kind of surprised because
that's
they
good.
feel like one is enough. Okay.
Because they looking at it at a point of view like, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna get like they're gonna be swamped and it's gonna be probably two, girls that's gonna be, getting on their nerves or arguing. But
Hmm.
sometimes from what I watch in their situations, like when they have a household, them folk being here happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if the person signed up for that, they signed up for it. They're not gonna come
Hmm.
over. Well, they ain't signed up for that. They came over to love you and to be a part of the family. They came to be a sister. They love their sisters. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Yeah.
we all for us, but they love each other. You know what I'm
And I
saying?
feel
Like,
like
they
you have to really be mature.
right.
You
They
got
not
to
in that
really be mature to
argument.
be.
They're
Yeah.
sharing him. They're sharing him. They're okay with him being intimate with just them on Wednesday. They're okay with them just being with their kids on certain days of the week. Like they have it set up. That man is not stressed out. That man is with 4 different women. Now he got a lot he got to provide for. That's a lot, and that is setting a hell of example for your kids. So I agree with Antron. Antron like, hell no, I ain't trying to set no example like that. Because what the hell? What do you mean?
Right.
You're not the only
Okay.
person involved in this. You know what I'm saying? Like if there's no kids involved, that's different. But when there's kids involved, what are we talking about here? What
Yeah.
are we talking about? What are we discussing? So it's like it's all in who you deal with. It's all in what you're willing to sign up for. I used to think, hell no, I can never be with that. But then I was thinking, I don't know.
I
Because like
mean,
I'm thinking in my head, like if I'm being realistic, you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm being realistic, I gotta look at what if I was like the type of girl I was paid and I had, two brother husband, three brother husband, they was with it. I don't think I need three. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot. But what
you're
if they
right.
were with it and they loved me? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say no. What am I gonna do? Turn them down? They love me. You
But you
know what
know what? Speaking of the
I'm saying?
kids, some people in huh?
I guess I would have to take care of them. I don't know. I don't know the stipulations on it. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it the same way for guys, like what if, you know what I'm saying, I'm not in the mood, you know what I mean? And I don't want to deprive him of the fact that I'm not feeling intimate tonight. You know what I'm saying? He still has that option, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that every man should be intimate every single night just because he get hard. No, he shouldn't.
Right.
But if I'm open to it, he treats me very, very well. I'm spoiled. I got everything I need and want. You know what I'm saying? I like her. She cool. We hang out. You know what I'm saying? That girl be ready to be back. Twisting my hair, all the, you know what I'm saying? It could be a situation like that. And there ain't no
Right.
hard. I thought about that. You know what I mean? I thought about like, okay, if I'm taking care of forever, like that means I'm never alone. I got him, I got her. You know what I mean? But I'm not 100% sold on. I'm just saying. I'm open minded. I'm open minded is all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm for me. I'm just saying.
At least, yeah, at least you're open minded about it. Me, I'm not open minded at all about it. It's a big no from me. Mm-mm. What? No.
Bitch, are you
No.
like for real right now? What's going over there? You barely got enough for me, sir. Go lay down. Right. Go lay down somewhere, honey. Right. But I'm
Yeah. Yeah, we ain't doing that. I'm sorry. Yeah. Mm-mm. So now, what do you think? Because well, I mean, I guess y'all kind of answered it because I see that in the comment section. So I wanted to know what were the cons, but the men seem like their con is they don't want to deal with multiple women because of different personality. That's what it sounds like. But
I
when
would
you're
love
in a
to
polygamy
say
relationship, that's not what it's about. The woman is actually putting in work as well.
right. She's trying to please you. She's trying to do whatever it is to make you feel like she's worthy of having you around. So
Right.
that's what I feel like the misconnect is for them. So I would love to hear what their reasoning is.
Yeah.
What come on.
So
What,
men, so you're saying that you have to it's enough to deal with one woman. So what is it about dealing with one woman that would be too much for you to be in a polygamous
woo,
relationship? I
woo,
want
this
to
is a good
know. I mean,
question.
I feel like I already know what it is. I kind of mentioned it, but
I already
let
know
you
what it
know.
is too. I already know what it is too. But that's the reason why I'm trying to say like I don't know. I'm not gonna assume. You know what? I'm not gonna assume. But I will assume and say a portion of it. I'm not gonna assume all the way. But I do feel. You know what? I'm not gonna assume. I want to know. How about y'all go ahead and put it in there? Tell us. Tell us.
Yeah, I want to hear y'all. Well, Yeah, okay, elevated. He said the personalities like clashing, which is true. It's true. And we can get catty. So even the ones that say that they're mature and they know what they're signing up for, I feel like eventually there might be some type of, jealousy. Eventually there might be some type of jealousy. So this one might be on her period and this one, and imagine three women in the house on their periods, and whew, baby, that's a lot. That, as a woman, I mean, I could see why. I get it. I get it. So the men, they don't seem to be with it. They don't seem to be with it, and I'm not mad at that.
Me either. Me either. Me either. Because if we had a whole bunch in here that was with that, I would be looking at them sideways, like, ew, what are y'all on? What are y'all on?
All
Like,
right.
are you kidding me right now? So that's good to know. I'm relieved.
What you doing this for, elevator? What is this for? Okay, so I guess everybody is kind of on the same page when it comes to the polygamy relationship. So that's good to know. That's good to know. Now, okay. So our next topic, let me see. I'm trying to read. If it was in Africa, yeah, in Africa, yeah, because there are some tribes, because not everybody in Africa don't believe in that. Some tribes, yeah, they believe in having multiple wives, but even with having the multiple wives, the man financially he takes care of it. The woman doesn't work. That's the difference. U.S. versus Africa. The women, they normally do like all the housework and all that, but as far as the finances, that is the man's responsibility. At least from what I've seen when it comes to Africa, when they deal with polygamy.
Yeah,
Let me
Jet
see.
said you can marry two women in Utah. I feel like you used to be able to, but I don't think that you can do that anymore. That's the reason why they made that man that had that show, the Sister Wives.
Right,
This is why they made him leave Utah. So he just went one state over to Arizona.
right.
First he went to Vegas because anything goes out there in Nevada. But yeah, but I don't think they
Okay, see,
allow
I
that.
didn't know that.
They don't allow that more in Utah. But you're right, easy. That is a job. Trying to take care of multiple women and yourself in a
It
household
is.
is a lot.
It is.
Having a dog.
But I think it depends on the dynamic because, like I said, some polygamous relationship, if there's, let's say, four women and one man, you have five incomes coming in the house. So it's not like normally, at least in the states, it's not where the man is the only one working and providing for the women. So everybody in the household is working. So I guess that would be a pro for some people, where, especially with today's economy, five people in a house, so that's five incomes coming in the house. So I don't know, to some that might be a good thing.
Absolutely. I agree. You're right. You're right. If it has that type of income, I can see why y'all struggling. It could be an improvement, an upgrade.
Right. Elevator says four women is crazy.
Four women is insane. But he had like four. I think Sister Wives, it's like four or five of them. I think it's four or
Right,
five. Every time I
right.
turn around, Cody was adding somebody. That's all I know. I know
Exactly.
his name. You know what I'm saying? Should I turn it on? Every time I turn around, Cody was adding somebody new. So
That's
I feel like
crazy.
it was like five. He had a cul-de-sac. Utah won't tell him no, sir. Maybe
Mm.
y'all gonna do that. Y'all got to do that somewhere else. So I
Yeah,
feel like
they wasn't having it.
right. And at first, because Utah is a very church-run state, and they are
Mm.
in their
That makes
Bible,
sense.
but they don't practice that anymore. What they say.
Right.
So, but they do believe in having a lot of kids. So,
So Easy said, you gotta be rich, a rich guy, and you gotta fulfill needs and please four or five different women. Yeah, that's a lot.
that's a lot. Absolutely. I 100% agree. Especially what if, you know what I mean? Like they don't work. What if you're that man? What if you're that man? You don't want them to work. You know what I mean? It's just depending on what type of situation you have in that. They could be the type of girls that want to go to work for you. So you don't know
Right.
you know what I mean? You don't know. You got to know what you got.
Elevator said you need hella gas station bills for 4 to 5
Oh,
women.
got a honey pack. You better bust a honey pack. I'm gonna need you to have this. I mean, don't come to mine. Don't come to me. I'm number four. You exhausted. No, no, no.
Right.
Get up. What is this? Get up.
Shel- Sheldon
Get
said ain't
up.
trying to. Sheldon said ain't trying to repopulate the planet now. Yeah, because baby, right now the way the things are going, you don't want to be having having babies left to right now. You do not. So guys, so we're gonna go ahead and go on to the next. So the next question that I have for you guys, we are going to discuss, and I briefly discussed this on one of my lives. I didn't really go too much into details, but what is your take on 50-50 relationship? What are your pros and your cons when it comes to 50-50 relationship? Do you think it's do you think it's sustainable? Like what's your take on it? What is your take? And then we're gonna go with the pros. So chat, you wanna take it away, or Bree, do you wanna?
I want to hear what they got to say. Where y'all
Okay.
at? Where y'all at as far as 50-50 goes? And what does that mean to you?
Yes. What does it mean? Because it means different than what a lot of people think.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I would love to hear what 50-50. Are we 50-50 in on bills? Are we 50-50 in on rent? Like, what are we 50-50 in on? Are we 50-50 down the middle on everything? What's the line?
What's T? What's T? What's your thought on 50-50 relationships? Do you think it is sustainable? Do you agree with it? Do you not agree with it? And let's start off with the pros. If there's any pros for you. Okay, so the first one, 50 mean carry your own weight. Okay. Um, Sheldon says depends on the people. I'm for it if both are willing, but I'm also one to not let another cover for anything if I have it. Okay. Hook says I think every situation is different. That's true, Hook. Definitely. Elevator says 50-50 on the whole entire dynamic bills. And yeah, that's when it would be equal, but the finances is a little different, but I'll say why. But yeah, elevated. Little Texas said you're for it. Why are you for it though? Elevated, there's going to be differences depending on the dynamic. Okay, that's true. That is true. Anyone else? What's the pros? What's the pros?
You got your phone or no?
Do I have my phone?
Yeah, are you on your phone or are you on
Yeah,
your?
I'm on my phone. You want to send me something? You can email it.
Oh, I already sent it already. It's gonna come on. It's in your Instagram, but
Oh, okay. Let me see. Okay, so just say 50-50 is good, but don't be mad when the woman find a man who's not 50-50. That's true. Being said, we split a little differently, like it's not 50-50 finances due to my health. But when I was able to, bills were split, pros now. uh, Now I'm able to keep up with the cooking chores. Okay, I got you. I got you, Bean.
I'll be right back. I
Okay,
mean,
okay.
I'm here. I can still hear you, but
Okay, no problem, honey. All right, so easy. Well, I'm the type of man. I'm a provider, protector, and lead by example. It's also okay. Easy. I got you. I like that. I got you. I got you. Sheldon. That's true. That is also true, Sheldon. I definitely agree. I agree. But okay, so that's your take on it. So let me see. For me, it would be 80 her and 20 me because of my disability and etc. Okay, okay. Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like a lot of times, you gotta take into consideration of other things, like the person has disabilities, or there's so many different things to look into, so it's like, I don't know, like 50-50. I guess like some of you said, it just depends on the dynamic. It depends on your relationship, what works for you. So for example, with 50-50, so let's say you're doing it with the finances, if one person is making six figures six figures and the other one is making 20,000, 20-30,000 a year, like that's not a fair, it's not fair in that aspect, because it's just not fair. Because if you're splitting the bills down in the middle, it's not fair. 50-50 is just not fair. Okay. Okay, okay. Yeah, so you said that was easy. Let me see. Welcome back. Okay, I'm traditional, and that should say, okay, and trying, yeah, and I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. So yeah, I mean, for me, I don't do 50-50. Yeah, I'm not a 50-50 person. I feel like, honestly, like in a relationship, you're supposed to. It's not even supposed to be 50-50. You're supposed to give 100%. When I say 100%, whatever that means, whatever 100% means to your partner or to you, because your 100% could mean that you're taking care of the household because you're not working, or your 100% could mean that you're doing more chores around the house, like being said, because your disability, you can't do certain stuff, so you're still giving it your all. It's still 100%, so when it comes to 50-50, because the thing is, a lot of people, when they hear 50-50, they're just thinking about the money aspect, when there's a lot of things involved. Like, for example, and I think somebody mentioned it, it may have been I think it may have been elevated. People don't think about other aspects, such as cleaning, cooking, taking care of the kids, paying the finances, maybe putting trips together. If you're taking family trips, like all sorts of things, like it's not just the finances, because that's what people think when they hear 50-50. Money, 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 money. But it's like, okay, besides the money, if you're the man, or the breadwinner, whomever, because I'm not going to put a title on it, because sometimes women, they're the ones that's the breadwinner. So besides the finances, once you pay the finances, what else are you doing to contribute in the relationship? You know. Let me see what
Um,
Luna said. Okay, see, yeah, Luna says she doesn't have to do anything around the house. We have another topic about that too. Okay, okay, okay.
okay, listen. So this is how I feel as far as 50-50 goes. I think I spoke a little bit on a couple different lives in regards to 50-50. The only thing I think you really gotta you really gotta communicate with your person what your expectation is. And I feel like a lot of times we've been saying communicate, communicate, communicate a lot throughout all of these different questions and categories. It's like, if you don't have communication, what do you have? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't communicate with your person and find out what is needed of you, what they're
Mhm.
expecting of you, then you know what I'm saying? Like what are we discussing? So I feel like 50-50, yeah, that's cool if we're in a stage where, okay, we're trying to be married. We're not just in a relationship. You
Mhm.
know, I feel like, me personally, what you have. You know what I mean? If we're going to be in a relationship together, I should be in the same position that you are in. You know what I mean? You got a spot, I got a spot. You got a car, you got a job, I got a job. You know what I'm saying? That way we ain't got to worry about going 50-50 on a spot, because I don't think that we should be making married decisions until we're actually working towards that. Like if we're just boyfriend and girlfriend, then me 50-50 is not where it's at, because I feel like that other person need to have their own. Period. They need to have their own spot that they can go home to. They need to have their own car that they can. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't need to be trying to. That's just how I feel.
Right, right, right.
So 50-50, you're right. You know what I'm saying? It can be difficult. 'Cause, yeah, we're going half, but I make 100 grand a year. You know what I'm saying? You making barely a stack a week. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
I'm expecting for you to go half on a 1,400,000.
Yeah, it's just not practical.
Right. So you got to understand. You got to discuss what is expected from you and your partner. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be very important. Damn, a 50-50. You know what I'm saying? People get caught up in that 50-50, like you were saying, they thinking about money, but there's so much more that goes into that. What are you expecting from me? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Relationship. Period. Damn a 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you expecting of me? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be honest. Let's go ahead and put that on the table.
Right. Yeah, you have to let the person know your expectation in the very beginning. Your expectation, your standards, what you're looking for. So the communication is a very important thing when it comes to relationship, because that's the problem. Like we get into relationships, we don't vet the person, we don't talk, we don't communicate, we don't know anything. The person may not even want to get married, and we don't find out till like 5 years later. You know. So yeah, communication,
Yeah,
effective communication. That is
you want
effective
to
communication.
yeah, you want to talk about like where y'all are headed. Like, are we just 50-50? Like, the reason why I feel like communication is so important, because, like, why are we doing 50-50? Are we doing 50-50 just so we can get on our feet so that we don't necessarily be together, but because we both need a spot? That's different. But
Yeah.
we're talking about that. We're not talking about actually trying to be in a relationship. We're talking about getting a spot. We need one. You know what I'm saying? Are we doing 50-50 because we're working on trying to be together in the long
Right.
run? You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's talk about it. Like, what are we doing? What are we going 50-50 on? You know?
Exactly. Yeah, you being said, you definitely have to be on both have to be on the same page, definitely. Because a lot of people they get in relationships, that's how the relationships do not last because they're not on the same, they haven't been on the same page from the very beginning. They just didn't know it because they never really communicated, what their wants, and needs were. Or some people they just afraid to, communicate that, which I don't think that's a good thing. You should be able to speak with your partner about just about anything. But hold on, 50-50 is good when y'all on the same. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It just depends on the circumstances. Because, like I said, 50-50, that could be hard depending on how much money the person is making. Or is the person sick? Or is the person not working? Like, what does 50-50 really look like? I just don't think I don't think it's sustainable. I don't think it's practical based on the situation, based on what's going on in that relationship at the time. And like I said again, even with the communication, because you can communicate with someone, but if you don't know how to effectively communicate with someone, it's not going to make sense. It's not going to make a difference if you can communicate with a person. Listen. Sometimes people listen to respond, then listen to understand. So you could talk over and over and over, communicate to someone over and over and over again, and they're not gonna get it. They're not gonna get it. And it could be your delivery too. Because not what you say is how you say it. So the delivery plays another part in that. Bringing phone to the table when I'm a manager.
So he said
um
if we was doctors and he was a general manager at Taco Bell, would he have a chance?
Hold on, let me see. So
That's what Easy said.
if y'all doctor can I work?
He said, I'm bringing something to the table then if I'm the manager.
If I'm a doctor and you're a manager,
At,
probably not. Because I need
at
to date somebody in my caliber.
Ooh, ooh,
I mean, because managers don't get that. I see how much the managers get paid. That's a title. Them managers barely could make some of them could barely make 40,000.
okay, and some make 60. Some at Popeyes
Some
and stuff make 60,000.
I'm gonna have to look it
Listen,
up.
listen.
I'm gonna
Cookie,
have to look it up to see because baby, I'm not. Yeah, we ain't finna do that.
Look, I'm talking about cooking. Cooking. Cooking.
Shit.
TV.
Bring your laxative to the table.
You are well within your you are well within however you feel in regards to that. You know what I'm saying? You're right. Like if you feel like you should date somebody in your caliber, then absolutely. But it's all in what somebody else is looking for because maybe the doctor ain't looking for somebody that's getting paid like them. Maybe they're looking for somebody that can love them like how they love. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
Lord,
they got
Lord
nothing to
don't pay these
do with,
bills. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, but maybe they got nothing to do with the money because at the end of the day, I don't need you to be paid if I am. You know what I'm saying? I don't need you to be broke. I don't need you to be broke. You know what I'm saying? Please hear me
Right.
out. I don't need you to be broke, but I don't need you to be where I am. But you are absolutely right because I say all the time, have what I have. Have what I
Right.
have. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You can't be talking about can look at what if we do like no. Have what I have, or don't come to me talking about what you can't afford. Period. I mean, that's how I look at the situation. So I totally understand where you're coming
Right.
from.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You never know the situation. You don't know what they're looking for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it
It could be
depends.
good.
Yeah. No, definitely. Right. It depends on what the person is looking for. Yeah, that's true. Because the doctor, she might not give a damn. She just might want some love. And like you said, she might not care. It's like, okay, whatever. Especially if she's not looking for nothing serious. So yeah, it just depends on the person, the individual. But for me, no. No. I'm not doing no. I refuse, especially if we get divorced. Because baby, if we get divorced, you're gonna be trying to get alimony from me because I make more than you. I'm not. No, no, no. I see what happened to Mary J. I see what happened to my girl Mary. I see what happened to my girl Wendy.
Yeah,
Baby, no,
you can have
no.
a prenuptial situation already set up,
But
or
there's loopholes.
you can have a situationship already set up. Y'all ain't gotta actually get too serious.
But there's loopholes. Depending on the state that you live in, there's loopholes with those prenups now. And then not only that, situationship. If you're messing with a person for about 6 years or more, in some states they consider you, a married couple. What you call that again? Common law, wife, husband and wife, not.
Common law
So
maybe.
yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see what the chat is saying.
There they go again. I saw the doctor is crazy.
No, I don't do potential. I do not do potential, baby. I do. That's
Like
for kids.
I feel like
I used to. Mm-mm.
I did in potential sometimes. I will be honest because you be thinking that you just speak life into them and you just waiting for them to just, you know what I'm saying, get that whatever, however. And sometimes it could go good, but a lot of times I've seen it end not so well. I
Yeah.
have seen it end not so well because sometimes they begin to resent you and they get up and now they no longer into you. They into the bitch that was not paying them no mind. It's a lot that goes with that. So yeah, you're right. Dating with somebody with some potential of being better than what they are is risky.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
agree.
recommend.
I'm, but yeah, I'm not doing potentials because yeah, you could potentially walk your butt out of my life. I'm not doing potential. We're too grown for me to be dealing with somebody based on potential. Like at my grown age, I'm gonna be with you because you have potential. No, we ain't doing that. Mm-mm. I don't even want my young adult daughter to go based off potentials. Like no.
Sounds insane. It sounds insane. Absolutely.
Right.
I agree.
Just because someone is in your
'Cause
bracket
you
doesn't
can get
mean
really
you.
hurt by the potential of a person. Whole time you're hoping and waiting and thinking that they're gonna change and be different and have this and blah 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 all that stuff that they're speaking. And sometimes it don't turn out. And if it don't turn out, that aggression is turned towards you. You stuck around. You know what I mean?
Right.
You stuck around for whatever it is that they said that they were going to have and said that they were going to do. Now they're looking at you like, well, you the reason why I didn't have the old. No, baby. I'm the only one in your corner. At the end of the day, I seen the potential in you. You
That's
just refuse.
true. Yeah. Yeah,
You
and then Sheldon said, because somebody's in your task bracket doesn't mean that they're gonna be faithful. That's true. That's true too. But you ain't finna be broke and cheating on me. Yeah, we ain't doing that. Mm-mm. No,
you
you
gonna
ain't
get
finna
you in
try me.
trouble, baby. Baby, you gonna pick one motherfucking struggle for the
Yeah, you
rest
ain't
of your
finna try me twice. You broke and you cheating on
right.
me? No.
Pick one struggle, baby, because you will not try me with both. So
Yeah, yeah.
what, what are we
Like
doing?
this broke man cheating on me, like, baby, where we do that at? Yeah, And let
Right.
me get something out of the relationship. Let me get something. Let me get a few cars. Let me get a few land. Let me get something. But you broke and you got the nerve to cheat and you broke? No, I
Yep.
don't think so. Okay, so the next topic, because it looked like everybody is somewhat on the
Teron
same page. So Easy looked like he's a little hurt because I said if I was a doctor, he wouldn't be good enough.
because he said potential can lead to holy matrimonial. Don't listen now.
Let me see.
Teron said, I've dated broke women and never thought, damn, I need a woman with more money. He said, so by the metric, most women won't be able to date me. He said, so y'all too broke to date me. He said, I don't know what y'all made.
I mean,
Maybe
it
I read that
depends.
wrong. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I read that wrong. Read that again. Did you see that comment I just read? I went up and seen from
Who said it?
Teron,
I was dating broke women and never thought
Paris.
everybody. I mean, but with that, most men they're not dating women based on money because they consider themselves the provider. So I don't think that really applies to some men. I can't say all men, but some men. So that it just depends. It depends on you, but you as a man, you have the right to want to date somebody in your tax bracket as well. It's not just a woman thing. If you don't want to date a woman that's not making a
That's
certain amount of money, you have the right not to want that. Like it's not
absolutely,
just it doesn't only apply to women, you know.
absolutely
But like I said, a lot of times the men they're not dating women based on what they could, based on their finances, because a lot some men, especially the men with money, they don't want their women to work.
right.
So
Right. I totally
elevator
agree.
said too much time on their hand. I'm not saying she gotta be a bum, but the amount of money she make is
I
not a
totally
factor
agree.
in me being with her. Yeah, I get it, Sheldon. Okay, I get it. I get it. So, who do you think? So, when it does come to a 50-50 relationship, who do you think benefit from it more? Putting aside putting aside the finances, who do you think benefit from it more? A man or a woman?
Now, like we said before, that's definitely based off the terms which y'all agreed on, you know what I'm saying? But outside of that, I'm sure it's her assistant.
Both do, Sheldon? Okay, why do you think both do,
They
Sheldon? Hey,
both should
Golden.
both should. I agree. Both should if that's the
We
direction.
both should, but who realistically, who do you feel benefit from it the most? Realistically, if both can keep stable together, then that's gonna work. Yeah, but my question is, who do you think benefit and why? If you had to choose one, who would you say benefit from it more and why? Jet said the man benefit the most, and I'm not being biased because I'm not the type that take sides, women's sides, just because I'm not one of them. You know, but yeah, I agree with Jet. The men normally benefits more, but it depends on what kind of man you have as well. And the reason I say that the men sometimes benefit more is because, and I know a lot of women like this. They are married, they both work, they're both paying bills in the house, but normally the women, they're the ones that's doing everything else. They're cooking, they're cleaning, they're taking care of the kids, they're taking care of the bills, the finances. Like they have everything. Family trips. They're handling family trips. They're doing every single thing. The only thing the man is doing is just, okay, it's time to pay the bill. This is the amount that I'm giving, but everything else falls on her. Not saying every man, because I know all men are not like this, but I'm just saying from what I've seen, and even people that I know personally, that's what it is.
And that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? For her to be expected to do all of that and expected to perform when she goes and lay down and be with you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
And then she got to please you. Yeah.
she has a lot more that's on her plate, and that's not a 50-50 role. You know what I'm saying? So I totally agree with you naming all of those things, because normally that is the role. That is, okay, we're gonna do 50-50, but you know that we just talk about the money part. You take care of everything else. No, 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 no. We're not doing that. See, that's the thing. Like, you got to really talk about what it is that you have with your person, because I feel like, discuss the roles, discuss what is expected, discuss what you think you need from that person, discuss what you think that you need from your partner. You know what I mean? Because that's the only way
Right.
it's going to work. And I feel like, I you want to know what that goal is, but you're absolutely right. I feel like the man benefits at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? After everything, especially like
Yeah.
if people have, he's talking about, let's go half and let's go do this, let's go half on this, that, the other. But it's like, all right, okay, you're gonna go half, but when we get there, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be able to get this and get this from me, you know what I'm saying? And I had to come up with blah 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 blah. But look, I,
Mm-hmm.
as far as like the 50-50 thing goes, you really have to have a real strong discussion.
Right. Because it could work for some.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it can. But depending on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a provider, then you want your person to be like, okay, well, I decided that we're going to do this. I came up with this. I felt like you deserved a blah, 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 and let's go do this. I think you deserve flowers. I think, you know what I'm saying? It's all in what you're asking for. It's all in what you're looking for. It's all in what you feel like you deserve. You know what I
Right.
mean? Everybody feel like they deserve something different. And I totally agree. I'm 100% with you. You know what I mean? Because I definitely want a provider. I want somebody that wants to do for me. I want somebody that wants to provide. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like, it's rough, it's hard. I get it, but I want
Right.
you to want to do it. You know what I mean? Like, I do. But I want to have my own, and I want them to have their own.
Exactly. I agree.
How hard
I agree.
to meet in the middle and turn up. But
So let's see what the comments are saying. So let me go back a little bit up. Oh, so Easy want to be messy. Easy said, so who should pay for the first date, but y'all not in a relationship yet? The man, because you're pursuing me. The man. That's who's gonna pay. You think you asking me on a date and I'm gonna pay for you? And you're the man, but you're asking me on a date. You're trying to pursue me. You came in my life trying to disturb my peace, and I'm gonna come out of my pocket and feed you on a first date? Yeah, please. I wish a ninja would.
who asked that?
Easy. Easy want to know.
That is wild to me. To
Because why
even
is that even a question?
to even
Why is
question
that even a
it,
question?
it's insane
Man.
to me. It's
And then
diabolical.
here goes Jet talking about easy. Bingo question. Why is that a bingo question?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure
What
because I'm
what
thinking,
makes that a bingo
I'm
question?
thinking, I'm thinking that they would actually be blown away by a girl that would actually pay. And it's like, if we actually kicking it like that, I don't mind paying for us.
Me
But
neither. Me either.
on the first date, you want me to pay.
Yeah.
You need to know
Yeah.
if y'all answering that, or is, because I'm at the bottom of the chat. You up where they talking about that right there? I'm in the bottom. So let's see what they talking about right now. He said, "How many women is taking a man on the first date?" This is what the Himothy. You was up there reading. I'm down here. What they saying right now? How many women is taking a man on the first date?
Well, the man normally pursues a woman. So why would you expect a woman to take a man on a date? The man is normally the one that's looking for a wife. The man is the one that's normally pursuing a woman. A man is a natural prey. Okay, a man naturally preys like an animal. So they're natural hunters. Men are natural hunters. So why would a man expect for a woman to take him out on dates when they're first getting to know each other? and you're the one that's pursuing me. I'm not pursuing you. Now, once I get serious in a relationship with somebody, I'm okay. Like, baby, like I said, I spoil mine. I'm not one of those women like a handout, gimme, 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 and you just like, like no, like all I gotta offer you is this, and you just keep no. I'm not one of those women. I believe in pampering your man. I believe in taking care of your man, making him feel appreciated, value, all that. I'm gonna take my man out on trips. I'm gonna take my man on dates, on trips. I'm gonna do all that. But in the beginning, if you're pursuing me, no, I'm not paying for no date. That is my standards, and that's that. I'm gonna always stand on my standards. Some women don't got standards. Some women try to impress men. Like, oh, I'm gonna pay for the date. I'm gonna do this, and a lot of times those dudes don't choose them. A lot of times they do not choose those type of women. So girl, bye. Keep trying to impress him. Yeah, he gonna go ahead and marry somebody else. Keep trying to impress that man. You better keep your money in your pocket and let that man pay for that date. Hell wrong with you. Cause would y'all want your daughters? Would y'all want your daughters going on dates? Cause you asking me this, but if you have a daughter, you a father, would you want if your daughter came home and told you this? How would you feel? Like, let's keep it real. How would you feel if your daughter came home and tell you that a man is wanting her to pay on the first date?
Right.
Keep it real. How would you feel? You put it like that.
Right.
You be like, he's a punk, he's a bitch, he's this, that.
Right. And trying to say he's paying. Looney say he's paying. Like a few of them is definitely saying that they're going to pay for the date. But the Timothy is say, do men get dates? Men that's in a relationship, that's in a functional relationship, yes, absolutely. You definitely get dates. You get spoiled. You get treated. Especially if you're not bringing no stress. You can't expect to be, receiving peace if you're not giving that. You know what I'm saying? So yes, you're definitely gonna get dates. You know what I mean? Like, are you trying to? Is that what you're asking? But like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree. Like in the very beginning, like if you're into me, I feel like dating or taking me out and stuff like that is a little part of it. It's just a small portion. It's like you wanna do that. You wanna
Right.
be. So why wouldn't you want to pay? Like I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like what's going on? Like once we start dating and we're like actually exclusive, then yeah, we locked in. We're like this.
Locked in. Yeah. For
But
real. Yeah,
yeah,
because I don't mind that. I don't mind buying my man Valentine's Day gifts. I don't believe Valentine is for a woman only. I don't believe it. Because I'm gonna buy my man stuff for Valentine's. I'm gonna book him an appointment to get a massage, whatever he likes, just facials, all that. But in the beginning stages, you're gonna court me, okay? You're gonna court me. Damn it. Because baby, if you don't, you getting blocked. You getting blocked. I wish you would. Me? Me pay for a first date?
right, right. It sounds insane. It sounds diabolical. Because what would possess people?
Yeah.
To
You get blocked so quick.
right.
So quick.
What?
Wait
That's
for that first date, baby.
right. Because that's crazy for you to think that. You know what I'm saying? Out of nowhere, I want to take you. You know what I'm saying? Like once I get to know you, that's different. You
All
are
right.
attracted for whatever reason you chose. But for you to feel like I'm attracted because you chose me, wait a minute. That's not that math ain't mathing.
Right. Chivalry is in the right, Bean. Right. So Easy said, so where we in for the first date? Remember we getting to know each other and we ain't did none stuff. Baby, I could take myself out to
Right?
eat. So,
So
and I
what
could
does that
take
mean?
myself out to eat.
Whoa, wait, Cookie Beauty, wait. So yeah, it is our first date, and yeah, you're right. We haven't done anything sexual yet. But what does that mean? So that means that you have
Right.
to take me
So
somewhere.
I gotta
Do you? That means that you have to take me somewhere of low value because we haven't been intimate first. Like, let me know where you at. Let me know how you feel. Jet said
right.
no.
So because you're buying me a steak, I'm supposed to give it up to you now?
Easy said, man, $2 pizza. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna take a shot, y'all.
Oh my god. So because you buy me lobster, I'm supposed to bust it wide open.
So the thing about that is, that's the reason why I say you gotta have your own. You gotta be able to have your own because sometimes people do be feeling like, oh, well, because we ain't really like kicking it like that. Yeah, I'm treating you, but baby, I got my own coin. I got my. You gotta have your own coin these days. You better have your own bread because a situation where a person be feeling like, all right, well, I done took you, and this meal was $40. Where it was,
Right.
this meal was $98 before. Where's the nah, bruh? What? That's what I'm saying.
So Ron says, listen, every woman starts off in the friend zone. You gonna pay for some of those dates, not the first, but third or fourth. We gotta be friends. Baby, no, you ain't dating me then. Cause I ain't been on no date where no man expected me to pay. Now, if I
Listen,
decided to pay, that's a different story. Cause I have paid. Once we've been on a few dates and I paid, it's because I decided. It wasn't because he was expecting. And even when I try to pay, they don't even want me to pay. They be like, no, like
because it's
I
all
done
in the
told
type of man that you're dating. It's all in the type of caliber of man that you
it
have. A real,
exactly.
you're not discussing who the hell is paying for no date because no real man is gonna sit down and eat with a woman and feel like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
they're not. Oh, this is the third date. It's your turn. Like I've never dated
So
anyone that had that type of mindset where they're counting how many dates we go on, and then now you're paying. I've never had that happen to me before. And like I said, when I did try to pay, they won't allow me to pay.
if they can't afford it, they're gonna have to count it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day,
You
it's
don't need
hurt.
to be dating.
It's hurting their pocket. So you gotta
Right.
look at your priorities. Now you may not even be on this date if you really gotta count up and figure out like if I can afford to take her, and then hopefully she acts pay. Like, baby, wait a minute. Mm-mm. Uh-uh. We're not doing that. You know we ain't doing that.
Right. Teron said that's why we're not his type. Okay, boo. Okay. You definitely in my type, then, baby. That's fine. We here. I love that I'm not your type. I love that for me. I love that. Okay, so next question. So let me see. I write my little question down because, but y'all, what they saying? What they saying? What they saying? Oh,
No,
they
that
saying they trolling.
yeah, that's what they say. That's what they say.
Okay, so let me pull out my little notes. Okay, now the next one. Do you believe, well, guys, do you believe um well, let's start with this question first. Men, what is your what does submission look like to you? When a woman is submissive, what does that look like to you? Because submission could mean different things for different people. So what does that look like for you in the comment section? That's my first question. The men.
Saran still talking about the other question. He said, listen, I've been working since I was 7. Y'all ain't getting access to my paper that easy. And baby, listen, I respect you. At the end of the day, I don't knock nobody for feeling however they feel. If they want their person to be their person before they have access to whatever it is that they have, that's fair to you. And nobody here is saying, oh, no, you better make me, put me on. I need your bread. I never said anything like that. But I also feel like you should have your own. Everybody should have their own. Period.
But what
Period.
is that easily? Taking somebody on a date? What access to? I'm curious to know. So Teron, when you say that
But
y'all
I
ain't
don't
getting
I don't know.
y'all
I
not getting access to my paper that easily, like what does that look like? What do you mean by that? Like, I mean, and it depends. Like, what kind of women are you dating? Because maybe you have trauma based on women that you done dated before. That like I don't know. Let me know. Talk to me because access to your money, like how taking somebody on a date. Okay, so elevated says submissive means yes, she trusts me and my decisions making and will follow my lead. Not that she's but yes, but yeah, elevated. That is correct. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like that. So Looney said, Teron, you must be shady with your channel too for subs. Yeah, I don't know what he on, but baby, he sound like he been hurt. Um, Sheldon, I don't need a submissive woman. She ain't a prisoner. And it's a relationship. We don't need to be controlled. I like that. I like that.
so I don't so I think that Sheldon has an idea of what he thinks submissive is, and he's thinking that a person is a prisoner, but nah, because it depends on what submissive is to you.
Yeah.
Like how Elevated just said, yeah, I love to where somebody be submissive because sometimes you can take take turns being submissive. Sometimes she's submissive in the bedroom, but he's submissive as far as the household, and he pays the bills and he does this and he does that. You know what I mean? It just doesn't. You don't know. You know what I mean? So
Right,
maybe
right. Yes, whatever it means to you. Yeah.
or something like that. But I feel like that's a go. Submissive and yeah. Hell yeah. I'm trying to hear definitely how y'all feel in regards to submission. Yeah.
Okay.
Man fully lead and open whenever. So you're thinking like submissive, like he is in control of her, but that is not what submissive. That's the reason why I'm glad she asked y'all, what does submissive mean to you? Because that is not submissive. Y'all was talking about some BDSM type
That's like
shit.
controlling.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
we're not talking about that. Sometimes a person can be submissive, like how Elevated said, and allow you to be the person that takes the lead. And there's
Right.
wrong with that. And the person that take the lead may not take the lead in all situations, but as far as like money or bills or something like that, they might be on the shit. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to cooking in the bedroom or whatever, how the situation, whatever, y'all gotta understand what submissive is and what the submissive means to you. That does
Right.
not necessarily mean the bitch has got a chokehold on her neck. She's walking around behind you. No, the hell, like people
Right.
got a different idea of what submissive is, and they need to have a real understanding. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because some men may think that a woman being submissive is a woman that cleans and cook, and some men don't care. Some
Right.
men, like I literally have a friend, she doesn't cook. He does all the cooking, and he does not. He doesn't care for her to cook. He's more of, let's go to a restaurant. So submission could mean different things for different people, and especially, and it does, and I think it has a lot to do too with probably like upbringings, different backgrounds. Submission can mean different because you're having different stuff, certain cultures where you're literally like a maid, and that's their submission. Like you're literally like you have
And
no voice.
I feel like that's what Sheldon is kind of comparing it to because he's like talking about like control. When necessarily it doesn't necessarily have to be that. For me to submit doesn't mean that you have control over me. Me allowing you to lead, me allowing you to have that type of control. So it's not like, well, I got you. You on the strings, like you. No, 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 no. We have already came to a point that made, hey, you are very good at this right here, and I am allowing you to make those type of decisions on our both of our behalf. That's
Right.
the you know what I mean? And it's just all in what everybody says is different to everyone. Like I might want my man to take care of a lot of things, like financially or whatever the situation be. However, y'all have to discuss what submissive means to you in that relationship.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's what Sheldon is saying. I think he's saying that it sounds like he's saying that some men, that's what they think submission looks like. Just
It
being
is
controlling and telling her what to do.
the old
Yeah,
where the girl don't really go out, but he go out and do whatever the fuck he want and turn up, and then she
right,
come, she cook clean, she barefoot, pregnant. Bitch, this is not that. What submissive is, you know what I'm saying, is whatever discussed between you and your partner. You know what I'm
right.
saying? He might like for you to be in a certain type of blah 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 blah, and you might submit to that. You might be like, you know what, that's a good idea. I want to please my man, and I want my man to be happy, and I want my man to be here. So okay, this is nothing for me. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
true.
I allow him to lead me in this manner. I allow for him to
Right.
perfect me in this manner. So okay, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm not. Hell no. What the? No, because it just depends on what it is that y'all agree to.
Right. Being just said something. She said, in my opinion, being submissive is trusting him, especially when I know there's a situation. He's yes, I'm not a puppet, but he's more mature. Yes, 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 Bean. I agree. I agree. That's true. Yeah, but like Bree said, and like we discussed, submission can mean anything, and I like it because everybody's giving their take on what submission looks like to them, and it's not a right or wrong answer because if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. It doesn't make it right, doesn't make it wrong. That's just that's what you prefer. So I don't think there's a right or wrong answer, but everybody have their take on what submission looks like. So yeah, submissive, she clip much. Jet, go, please go sit down. Go touch some grass, Jet. Golly. Okay, next question. Next question. So, men, do you believe a man can be submissive? Bree, we're gonna let them talk. We're gonna let them. Do you believe a man can be submissive? And if so, what does a man being submissive look like to you?
We heard a little bit what they think it looks like. So
Yeah, but for them,
for
them
them to
being submissive, reversing it, yeah. I want them to tell me if they believe a man, because some men don't believe they can be submissive, and they have their reasons, which is it's wrong. But can a man be submissive, and what does that look like for you? Um, what is Tehran talking about? I'm so confused. Okay, so Sheldon said I got kicked out, couldn't even comment. Really, Sheldon? Oh wow. Okay, so yes, a man can be submissive. So Jet said, yes, a man can be submissive and let the woman take the lead on things. Okay, 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 yes. Um, Dr. Ninja says yes. Okay, so Dr. Ninja said yes. And so, Dr. Ninja, when you say yes, what does that look like to you? Um, okay, so Tehran said, listen, if my man is more experienced in certain situation, I'll fall laid back. Okay, okay, Tehran. Okay, yeah. See, yeah, I like that. Like, yeah, okay, okay. I like your answers because it's true. It is true. Certain situations, the woman probably would have to step in and take charge depending on what it is. It's certain things that we're able to manage sometimes better than a man. Just like there's a lot of things that as women we cannot manage. Like we have to look, to our spouse, to our man, our husband, our boyfriends, whatever. So I like those. Okay, elevator says, but you're good now, Sheldon. Elevator said, of course, men can be submissive. He has to take his woman's thoughts. And I like, oh, okay. The men are on it. They are on it. They are on it because I didn't know if I was gonna give these type of responses because some I don't like to put every man in a category. I hate when women do that, so I'm not gonna do that. But a lot of men, maybe it's the older ones, maybe it's the older ones, the old school ones, but they don't believe a woman could be, I mean, a man could be submissive. I'm like, do you know the definition of submissive? Do you know what that looks like? Like your perspective of submission is not what you think, so I like these. Looney said, I feel like let her have a true say. Yes, Looney. Yeah, I'm good now. Okay, Sheldon, perfect. It's some she really wants to do or say. um that's not always first. Okay, okay, perfect. So um oh, well, we have more. Entron are in certain situations and makes her feel good. And yes, Entron,
I,
definitely.
I
So
agree.
you wanna
I mean,
chime in?
I'm look, bruh. I'm
They
blown.
answered it.
I'm blown back by the comments, but I totally agree with Antron. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you both parties want to be respected. You know what I mean? Both parties want to feel like they're respected, and it's like, let me do that. In some areas, somebody's going to be stronger. Some in certain areas, I want my man to lead. You know, and that's just me. You know what I mean? In certain areas, I'm gonna want to feel like, okay, I can call my man for this, I can call my man for that, I can call my man for anything, whatever, however, you know. So it's like I think that is important. Like both sides need to be respected, but it's in what submissive means to you, because sometimes old fashioned people be feeling like it's old school, and then people be getting to talk about control and this and that, but it's all in what submissive means to you.
Right. I agree. I agree. So I I didn't really even have to get in deep because they answered it like how I was gonna break it down. So kudos. Kudos. Okay, okay. So my next question, what does catering to your partner looks like? Any woman in here, women, men, what does catering to your partner looks like? What do you consider catering to your partner?
That's a good question. That's a really good question because it could mean a number of different things. Because I feel like even on my live, I was talking about your love language. In order to be cater to a person, you got to know their love language. You got to know that you're actually catering to them. You can't be doing
Right.
something you would like for yourself to them, and they don't even like that. So no,
Hello. You're so right.
so that you can cater to them. How are we catering to these folks? So yeah, let's hear it.
You're so right. Because I knew someone in a relationship and that was the issue. She thought she was doing everything right, but come to find out, for him it wasn't. And she wasn't doing none of the things that he thought were supportive or what he considered supportive. And she was just blown away because she thought she was doing everything right. So it's true. You got to know the person's love language and know what they like and dislike and what support look like for them. Easy. We talking about okay. Hold on. What are you guys talking about?
Is
Take a little
Golden
bit
a
of
baby or
stress
youngest?
off their head. Okay. So elevated answer the question. It looks like he said, take a little bit of stress off their hands. Make sure they don't need for. Okay. I like that. Okay. Golden is looking for who? Sheldon.
Is that a little kid? Is Golden Bear a little kid or whatever?
I believe so. Okay, baby, if you here, Auntie busy. Come back tomorrow, honey.
Listen, they is fighting with this kid in the comments, honey.
Don't fight with the baby. Don't do that to her. Don't.
She says she 8 years old.
She's always here supporting her auntie. Don't do that to her. Don't fight her. But she's young. She's not gonna get it. Don't fight with a baby. Maybe I just need a time out. No, I don't even want y'all to do that. Golden, if you hear, baby.
Out already. You might need to just hide her from the channel, baby. She's 8.
Yes,
She's
I think
in here.
go.
She's
No,
like
we don't we don't want to hide her. Just Golden. We will talk tomorrow. Today is the adults conversation. We will talk tomorrow, okay? Because I love the kids. I love they're my little rascals. They're my little schnicker butt. They be a little annoying sometimes, but they're my little schnicker butts. Okay, back to adult conversation. So let me see. Elevator said, yeah, I agree with Elevated. That is true. Jed, taking care of your partner when they're sick. Okay, that could be catering. Um, wait a minute though. She can't be musty. Easy, what is you talking about? Easy? Okay. Looney said I do all the cooking anyways, so that don't count. But sometimes I run that bath shop crank. Okay, Looney. That's a
Jet
good
says
man,
taking care of
Savannah.
your partner. Jet says taking care of your partner when they are sick or just doing the little things. That's important as well.
Right. One of the children, not the children of the corn. Child. Oh, Lord have mercy.
CB, you act like you ain't see what's going on in the comments. Why don't you got an 8-year-old over here wilding out, bruh?
I ain't seen none of this. I have not, child.
They arguing like I've been in here longer than you.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Regular. It's a whole fight in the comments. I'm
Are
good.
you serious?
Girl, they had to time her out like 8 times. Like she just keep coming back. She's like, I'm back. What's up? You know what I'm saying? Who timed me out? Cause I'm back.
Oh my God, that is too funny. I missed all of this. I'd be in La La Land.
We taking turns like in the comments. Like I see when you be in the comments, I'll try to get up on the chat, and when you in the chat, I try to listen and be paying attention and watch them comments, honey. But Lord, y'all is funny tonight. Y'all
Okay,
is
so
funny.
catering. So the men said what cake. I mean, I guess Brie, you could put your give me your take, but it was really a question for the men. But what do you think? Like, I mean, if you have, if you don't, we can move on to the next because it was really more so for the men. But yeah, you can tell me if you have something to add.
I mean, I pretty much I feel like you said it. We said it like like you said like Antron is in the comments right now. He's like I'm cooking and bringing. It's hard to be talking about like whew, all that stuff is so subjective. You know what I mean? Like I always say, like can you just speak about what you want, what you need, what you know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
I feel important. I want to be able to do that for you. I want to be able to perform in whatever way you need me to, baby. I'm trying to be whatever you need me to be. Period. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? If we really locked in, let me do what I
Antron
need
is the man, baby. Antron, who
to
child?
do.
Whoever,
Hey,
Antron, whoever she is, baby, she is lucky. She is lucky. Okay, child.
okay. Okay.
Bernie
You
Mac said F them kids. Child.
mhm. Mhm.
Jet talking
Mhm.
about Bernie Mac said F them kids. You know what?
Yep. Just jet please try to
Baby kids, please.
oh my god.
Okay, so the next question, and I think this is our final one. So the next question is, what who values romance more, men or women? Who value romance more? And do men like romance? And would you want romance? Take one from me, sis.
Mhm.
So,
That's a good
guys,
that's a good question.
I want to know. Okay, so Looney said women. So women value romance more. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else take? And then if you feel like women do, women value romance more always. Okay. Now, let me see. Sheldon, who values it more? I'd say women, but some men do as well. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think women do value romance more because, baby, if you do not come home with something on Valentine's Day and you do everything for her year round, chat it's gonna be such a big argument, such a big argument, and the man don't get nothing, and he's okay with it, which I don't think is fair. But
That
I
don't
don't
always have
know.
to be the case either. If it's your man, you know what I'm saying? You can make sure your man like whatever it is that you are, however you are with your person, that's how you are with your person. You don't want your person to miss a holiday, your person ain't gonna miss no holiday, baby. You make sure
Right.
your person has what he needs or has what he wants. Period. If he's making sure that you have what you need, what you want, why wouldn't it be the same? Why wouldn't it be
Exactly.
the you know what I mean? It's only fair. It's only fair. Absolutely.
So
Me,
Tehran said, women. I appreciate romance, but it always happens when I'm making money. Then I gotta choose between that and my business. When I'm locked in, I tune everything else out. Okay, I get that. So
I think I'm gonna just say this. When it comes to romance, it just depends on what that person is looking for. Like if the woman is looking for that spark, that romance to be uplifted in her life, then that's probably what she's gonna be going and looking in search of. But for a guy, it depends on what his level. He might just do that on a regular. That's nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
romance, might be taking it up a notch. We gotta go on a plane. We gotta get on a flight. We gotta. It's just like it depends, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I do think that women are a little bit more wanting to feel like you're romantically into us. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's a little bit more of the question or the answer. Because yeah, at the end of the day, that's what makes us feel like, okay, yeah, he's still my person and he's into me and he loves me. You know what I'm saying? So I
Right.
feel yeah, we are a little bit more romantically inclined. But at the end of the day, for me, for a guy to be romantic and to show me romance, that's on a level that like you know what I'm saying? Like
That would
you is
make you go beyond above and beyond.
that level. Like
Mm-hmm.
you can be on a romance level as well. You can show me that you're thinking about me in a way that's special and this and that, and you're willing to show me. romantically, all right.
All right. That's true. Yeah, Sheldon said some guys don't like to be all lovey dovey. Some women are like that too. That's true. That's true. And I have to admit, I'm not the most lovey dovey type. Like, you have to bring that out of me. I'm not the type that's like really mushy all over you and baby this, baby that. Like, you gotta bring, once it's out, it's out. But so I agree, Sheldon. Nowadays, men are getting flowers and stuff more and more. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I completely agree. I don't see nothing wrong with giving a man flowers. I mean, he might not want it, depending on the type of man, but I agree.
Okay, so Easy said, he said, go ahead and he said a good home cooked meal. He said he's so easy to please. And then what the Himothy says, cuddle me up and I'll deal with so much when I walk outside. But
Right.
listen, the thing about like all of that, like I feel like I totally agree. When it comes to that romance, like understand what my love language is because not everybody's love language is physical touch. Like you say, you don't necessarily feel like, whatever, however, but Looney said the same thing. Like he don't be want to hold hands and he in the comments talking about all that kissing, holding hands, that's too much to, bro, what? No, I'm gonna need you to hold my hand. I'm with that, but I'm not on that level all the time. You know what I'm saying? But your
Right.
person gotta know you. Your person gotta know. Like sometimes I'm on that, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm with
Right.
that, sometimes I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, know my love language. That way you know how to romance me. I need to know yours so I can romance you.
That's true. I
You know
definitely
what I'm saying?
agree. Yeah, you got to know the person's likes and dislikes. It's just, it reminds me too, like when it comes to being sexual, being intimate with
Absolutely.
a partner. Like, let's say you get in a relationship with somebody and you were in a relationship with somebody else like 5 years ago. Like, you had like a 5 year relationship. Now you're in a new relationship and
Right.
you're doing everything that this person used to like in bed.
Right.
Now you're with a new person and she's the complete opposite, and you're doing all these things because in your mind you're thinking that's what she liked or that's what women like, but every woman is different, every man is different. So it goes back to communicating, knowing the love language. Like, did you ask
Absolutely.
her like what does she like? Does she like getting, I'm trying to keep it clean, but
Absolutely.
like certain things, like you need to make sure and find out if she likes it. And the same goes for men too, because some men, they don't want, I'm trying to keep it clean. Okay, some men love getting their um tennis balls, licked and all that, and some do not. So it's like you got to find out what the person like and what they do not like, because what you used to do to Tiffany, baby, I might not like that. Like, why are you doing that? Like, excuse me, sir. Like, like, so communication. It always comes back to communication all the time.
Every time. Every time. Every time. Not the tennis balls league. I'm done. At this point, girl, bye. Not his tennis ball.
I ain't know what. I was trying to find something.
We adults in here. Y'all better know what she's talking about in here. She in here trying to figure out how the hell to use other words and whatnot. Y'all better understand what it is that she's trying to say in here. I hear
Golf balls. I mean, golf balls is, yeah. I mean, come on now. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
the point is everybody's different. So know what your person likes. Know what your person like. That's love language and that's pleasing them sexually. Everything you know how everything comes with communication, like you say. Like talk to me, baby. Talk to
Mm-hmm.
me. Because at the end of the day, like when it comes time to be intimate, you gonna want that to be. You need it to be a wild night. You want it to be the best you ever had. Okay, and you willing to talk about it. Oh, baby, I ain't like when you talk to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just that type of person. I'm gonna be very verbal with you. You know what I'm saying? So I think communication is very, very important. So intimately, and when it comes time for us to understand how it is I want to be loved, because I can perform and do all this stuff. I done went got a room and put all these balloons and this that and that. You don't even like that, really. You just like for man, for
Right.
me to
Straight to the point. Yeah.
and that be done. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If that's the case, then I wasted my money because that's what I like. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
I did some shit that I thought that you like based off of some shit that I would love.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? not right. So understand his love language. You want a hot meal, baby. You ain't cooked nothing in a month. Get in that kitchen. Get in that kitchen and then off him. And then y'all can, you know what I'm saying? Then we can be talking about what it is you talking to him. You know
All
what I'm saying?
right.
That's you talking to him. Put him to sleep, baby. You know, you trying to go get a room, you know what I'm saying? Bust that thing over. You swinging from the ceiling. Baby, that's not even what he wants.
Yeah.
Put him to sleep.
Yeah.
So,
Like Antron said, again, communication, it comes back to communication.
yep, yep.
Relationship, yeah, everything, period. Everything in life, you have to have good communication. It's not even just with relationship, it's with family, friends, work. If you have a business, everything boils down to communication. And again, effective and clear communication, because we got to make sure it's clear. We got to make sure there ain't no, like, yeah, make sure they understand it fully, like what I'm trying to communicate.
Right,
So
right. Not play that trombone, Bree. Elevate it. Yo, you know what? I don't know what the fuck you over. Chill. Chill. I was trying to be descriptive. She said golf, say tennis balls. I'm trying to be descriptive. Y'all understand what the hell it
oh Lord.
means?
And not the who said tea
And
bag?
all type of shit. He's gonna play that trombone.
Elevator talking about tea bag. You know what?
But y'all understood what it was that I was trying to say though, right? All right, I'm just making sure.
I understood, sis. I understood.
God, play that trombone. Sir, chill.
Oh, I am dead.
Good God Almighty, y'all are disgusting.
So, sis, so those were my questions that I can think off the top of my head. So, did you have any that
That
you
was
wanted
it.
to?
You know what, girl? I ain't got nothing to add. Nothing. I'm talking about you hit the nail on the head, honey. Absolutely. And we'll come up with some other stuff. I feel like this was fun.
Yes.
We have to do this again.
Yes, most definitely. So, guys, do you have any questions for us? Since we gave y'all pretty much all the questions. Do y'all have any questions for us? Are there things that you want to know from a woman's perspective? Because maybe y'all might have situationships. I don't know. Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
understood the assignment. Okay, Looney said he want part two is gonna be until we learn how to do the StreamYard. It's
Next
gonna
time,
be
no, next time, or if you find out before that, next time it'll just be on my live. This time it's on hers. Next time we'll
yeah,
always alternate. We'll always alternate. And we don't know what Sunday, we don't know how often we're going to do it because we want to have good topics for y'all. We want y'all to be engaged like y'all were tonight. So we're not
right,
100% sure how often this is our first time. Y'all see how chaotic it was. But next time it's going to run a little bit smoother. Next time it's going to be on my live. And we're going to, and then after that, we'll figure out whether or not we're going to move to the StreamYard, whether or not we need to figure out a different platform, whatever.
right,
But like, share, subscribe. Make sure y'all get in the comments if y'all want to see or hear some questions that we didn't go over that y'all would love to hear in the next one. Put them in the comments. Drop them in the comments. Let us know. Whatever it is that y'all like, what y'all didn't like, what we can do better. We might look at it. We might not. Now I'm just playing.
right.
Put
I
it in
agree.
anyway. So I appreciate everybody that came through tonight. Though we was on here almost 2 hours, honey. Now, granted, we spent the first.
Really?
Yeah, honey. It's like it says an hour and 48. I don't know.
Let me hold on one second. Hold on a second, my love.
I enjoy all of you. I'm greatly appreciated everybody that came from my channel that came over with the Himothy, Easy, Antoine, Looney. A lot of y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate all of y'all. Jed, thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. And I hope to see y'all next time that we decide to, what I'm saying, go live with Cooking Beauty. It was a pleasure. I enjoyed myself. This was fun. We already trying to figure out the next collaboration.
Yes, yes. We need to come up with the next one. Some juicy questions. Antron says questions for both. Are y'all left-handed or right? I'm right-handed.
Me too. Yeah, me too.
Why? Why, Antron? Why, Antron? I want to know why. Uh huh. I'm listening and trying. So let me see. There's some more questions. Um, good live. Thank you, Sheldon. Sheldon said good live.
Thank you,
W
Anthony.
collab.
Thank you, Anthony.
Yes, and also Jess said W collab. Period. Thank you.
I remember you was telling me in K Looney. I do remember.
Oh, so
Oh,
Elevator have a question.
what the Timothy? Hearts in the chat. Hearts.
Elevator have a question. He said, "Do we really gotta take y'all to 5-star restaurants on the first date, or is that for someone y'all don't like?"
Is that for somebody that y'all don't like? God damn. Cause take me somewhere expensive, bitch. Cause I don't even want to be around you.
But you
So
know what? I don't
no,
even like going on dates with people I don't like.
that's it. That's period. Point blank. I don't need a meal that bad that I need you to take me to a 5-star restaurant that to because I don't like you. No, baby, I'm never gonna be that hungry that I feel like I gotta sit around you. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Cause no. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
Restaurant or not. No.
No, and try to always eat with my right hand. I can't eat with my left hand. But
Either.
yeah, for me, no. It's not important to take me to a 5-star restaurant. Cause a lot of times the mom and pops restaurants they be
Hit.
hitting.
They hit.
They
They
they be
slap.
hitting.
They slap. They really do.
Right. Now you ain't finna always take me to some no crappy restaurant. Like I'm not baby, baby, I know my worth. You finna take me to some nice restaurants where I get dressed and put my heels on, my freaking black dress on, all that. But I also don't mind just having a pair of jeans, some sneakers, and baby, let's go chow down. So no, it's not important.
Easy say I'll take you to Chili's.
No, I'll pass. I don't do
Ooh.
Chili's. I don't do Chili's. I don't do Applebee's. I don't do Red Lobster. I'm a little bougie. Like I said, I don't mind the mom and pops, but certain places, nah, don't take me there. No,
Okay. Okay.
I don't do Olive Garden. I used to when I was younger. The bread, the garlic bread, and the salad. Woo, that thing used to go off. But yeah, Applebee's, Chili's, Fridays. Mm-mm, no, yeah, them. Yeah, you ain't finna take me there. No, cause yeah, baby, I know my worth. You ain't finna just take me anywhere. Cause I feel like you set the tone on how people treat you too. If you start off with a man just think that he can just take you to anywhere, anywhere, you're setting that tone, that baby. Like you don't know the finer things in life. Like you don't, So no, I'm not gonna get you used to just taking me to hole in the wall places. Cause baby, do you not see me? Like what? Excuse me? No,
So
no.
my thing is, I'ma always want my man to treat me better than I treat myself. Because at the end of the day, baby, if you can't do that, then what is the point of me being with you? If you can't treat
Right,
me myself, then honey, what are we doing? If I'm not eating that chicken the regular day, baby, I don't need you to think that you're gonna be able to come and pull up and take me there. Baby, I don't even
right.
eat. I'm not
That's
eating out.
true.
So
And
what
like
do you?
I said, I'm the type of woman like I do this. So I'm not saying things that I wouldn't do for mine. You feel me? Like some women, they have a lot of standards where they want this, they want that, but they can't offer half of what they're requesting from a man. So
That's important.
like what I want from a man, I can do. So I don't
So
have unrealistic expectations. So yeah, you're
so
not gonna just take me anywhere because I don't take myself just anywhere.
exactly. So you don't need to feel like you feel a certain type of way because you bougie. Because baby, if you spend the bread on yourself, baby, you're gonna expect for somebody else to do the same. Honey, I'm not
Right.
gonna let you skimp out on me if I'm not skimping out on myself. Like, what the fuck does that look like, honey?
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm allowed to be bougie if I'm being bougie with myself, baby. You can't monitor the bread I'm spending on myself. I love
Heather.
me. I love me a lot,
Heather.
actually. Excuse me. You better love yourself.
Heather. Elevator said, W, both of y'all, period. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And let me see. So we're going to. So where you going to eat? What I'm going to eat
Okay,
here.
that's
Here in
good.
Texas, it's kind of hard
Dream
because I
days
don't.
first. I guess what's a. I would love to hear a good first date and a good dream date.
That would be nice. A good first date
Yeah, what's a good first date for you, and what's a good dream date?
for me. A good first date. Ooh, that's kind of hard. A good first date would be, I would say, somewhere quiet.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I would say somewhere quiet where there's not like loud music, so we could really like talk and kind of like get to know each other. Because I don't like when you go on first dates and the music is so loud and it's like, yeah, somewhere quiet, somewhere. I wouldn't mind like painting. I think that's cute. Like, you go somewhere painting, like paint with a twist. Not one, maybe not paint with a twist, but you get what I'm saying. Something like that. Even a picnic. I think a picnic would be cute. I think a picnic if it ain't too hot. Yeah, because I don't mess with the sun like that. But if it's not too hot, like a picnic, I think is cute. Especially if he find out like everything that I like. Like you're not just surprised because I'm picky. I'm a picky eater, so don't just bring anything because one, you're gonna spend your money, and two, I'm not gonna eat, and then three, I'm gonna be hangry, and the date might not go well. So find out first what I like before you do this picnic. But something like that would be cute. It's not my dream date, but okay, if I'm gonna be real, if
Wait,
I'm
wait, 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 wait. We just gonna do first date. First date, you said first date would be nice if it could be something quiet, maybe a picnic. You would mind going to maybe a museum?
a museum, I don't know if we're in a museum if we're gonna really have time to talk like that, like how we want to talk.
Okay. So for me,
Yeah.
I think a good first date, I think I'm the opposite. I do want it to be kind of chaotic. I want it to be maybe more than one area. I wouldn't mind going skating. I wouldn't mind going to, you know what I'm saying? Let's go play some golf, top golf or something like that. Because I feel like we can still talk, but kind of be playful, but it's going to be a loud area. You know what I mean? I kind of want to see what you are in an area amongst other people. Next time, if it goes good, you know what I'm saying? We're out in the public on the first time. That next time, let's be a little bit more intimate. Let me hear what you got to say. You know what I'm saying? I kind of dig you. I feel like I like how you was that first time we were out, kind of kicking it. Let's see what it's like when it's just me and you. Oh,
Right,
are you
right.
paying attention? Are you paying attention to what I said? Like my favorite color is? Because now you're talking about doing a picnic and this, that, and the other. And I'm the same way you are. Girl, I don't like a damn thing. I'm hella picky. So know what I like. Because if you do, then you like me.
Right. But
Man, so
you know what's funny when you said that, like, you like the chaotic, all
it don't
that.
have to be
Like,
too chaotic. It don't have to be
right,
too
right, right.
near each
But
other.
me, like my dates, they normally start off like calm, even like if it's a restaurant, and then we're out the whole night. So that's why I kind of like wanted to be kind of calm,
I'm
where I
with
kind of get a
I
feel for
definitely want
you.
to go somewhere to eat. Please feed me. That's
You're
non-negotiable.
right.
Let's eat
Like I
that
want,
first. I'm gonna get that out the way. Then after that, let's discuss on where we're gonna go. It could be a quiet night. Let's go watch a movie, or we can go.
yes.
It depends on what you
Yeah.
want.
Well, maybe not movie because I feel like that's a little too. I don't want you to be. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But
No
yeah,
movie,
normally,
no movie
uh,
on the first date, then, because people want to go to a movie all the time. Let's go to a movie and dinner. That's the go.
nah,
So no
not
movie,
movie, not the first date. Because it's like
no
we're not.
movie.
No, we're not. And I'm not a movie person too. One, I'm not a movie person, and two, I don't know if I'm gonna like you like that for you to be that close to me for that long. So yeah, the movie no, and then we're not really talking because the movie might be 2 hours long, depending on not a movie. Maybe when it
That's
would get a little bit more.
true.
But
That's true. That's true. Those are good points. You're absolutely
yeah,
right.
but my dates they normally start off like I said, we go out to eat, and then they don't want to take me home. They do not want to take me home. Like, are you trying to kidnap me? Like the first date, like we end up doing a whole bunch of everything. So
That's a good vibe, honey. I'm a vibe all the time. I'm a vibe all the time.
Right.
Word.
No loud noise. No people. Yeah.
You gonna
Shonda
pick me
said.
up? I know that's right. We together
Shut.
for baby. You gonna pick me up, but this is it, honey. We vibing.
Right. When things busy on the first date, it takes the pressure off both of y'all because of all the things going on. No, I need to pick your brain. Like, no, I'm
We
a
can go
little
to an arcade. We can go to like an arcade. We can go do
no.
something like that where we can
I need to
be
pick your
we can go to
brain.
Dave and Buster's. We can go to Dave and Buster's. We can compete against each other. Something where I can see where it's not a whole lot of pressure and it's not like an interview. Something
No,
a little
I'm
bit
gonna interview you because you know what people really like. Because people could pretend to be. People
that
pretend to be
what you
some.
cooking. What you think they're not gonna pretend at
They
the interview?
they can, but
What
it's
we do at the
harder.
interview? What we do at the interview, cooking when we get there? We say
But
whatever they want
listen,
to hear so them folk can hire us. We say
listen,
whatever
Bree.
the hell, bruh. You know what we do at an interview? We say whatever the hell they want to hear so they can hire us. So that's
But it
why
be harder.
it's
I think
sometimes
when it comes to dates, like you could kind
I don't
of,
want him to manipulate me. I don't want him to manipulate me, and I don't want him to say what he thinks I want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Let me hear how you think. Sometimes when they're in a comfort zone and they shooting shots, they're like, "Yeah, I tell a bitch I don't give a fuck. Get the fuck out my face." Oh, word. But
yeah,
now
that's
they're
true.
sitting down intimate in a conversation where they have to think about everything that they're saying before they say it. Then
That's
they think,
true.
"Oh,
Well,
she might not like."
I guess from experience, because from experience, the first date, from what it was on the phone and then in conversation in person is like I already know like this ain't gonna be there's not gonna be a second date because I done picked your brain a little bit. I mean I don't do it to where they feel like they're being interrogated, but oh did I lose it? Oh, you're back. Yeah, I don't do it in a way like I'm interrogating them, but I do kind of like want to have that quiet setting so we can kind of like talk and kind of get to know each other a little bit. And I tell you no lie, like by the end, I already know like there's not gonna be a second date. They'll be blowing up my phone like no, because they'll say certain things. I'm like, you're not engaged from the phone compared to in person. So I want you to sit down and I want to like just randomly throw things at you, and see the expression on your face, because when you're on the phone, you can like kind of like try to rehearse things, and you're making face like I'm looking you in the eye and I'm asking you questions. I'm doing it on the spot, catch you off guard, and I want to see the expression, your body language. I'm looking at all of that. But I said I wanted to be an FBI agent, sis. I'm telling you. So hold on, who said something about me? Let's bring the food to the picnic.
Dinner at night on
Um,
the first
Looney
date.
said I would have to bring the food to the picnic. I am not cooking the first date.
First of all, easy. I would love dinner on a beach. That's beautiful. But Looney, how she gotta bring the food in at the picnic? Not come on now. Have
Right.
it delivered or somebody else prepared? Cause I gotta make the food and be at the picnic. No, we're not doing
And
that.
I gotta get cute.
Right? You asking too much of me now, baby. I get you like it, but no, I'm not gonna bring the food now. Shots.
Easy said, Easy said, CB on a first date being a private investigator and shit, drilling a nigga ass. Yeah, I am. Elevated time by JoJo bring some wings. Hell no, I ain't bringing nothing.
You see, I keep talking about cooking, cooking, cooking.
I'm not bringing nothing. I'm bringing me, myself, and I.
Bring the wings, JoJo.
I'm bringing me, myself, and I. I'm gonna bring some wings, all right. It ain't finna be the type of wings you talking about.
No, that's right. I got something you can eat, but baby, it will not be these wings.
Hello, hello.
Won't be these wings though.
He said, I'm not gonna eat nobody else cooking. I will. It just depends. I need to smell it. I need to look at it.
Right. It's gotta be an approved place. So now you ain't gonna come bring me something I ain't never heard of and it's done it look like some shit I ain't gonna eat. Cause you ain't gonna eat it either. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Don't come bring no shit that you know we ain't gonna eat.
Right. Exactly. So, sis, what was the other question? You had another. So we could do like one more. What was the other question you said?
You was just saying like just now a moment ago you were saying like, as far as like when you're dating a person, I want to add to that. Because Antron saying like how you were saying, like you definitely gotta see how that person is in person. Like you gotta see if y'all vibe. Like all that talking on the phone and all that we on the internet trying to figure it out, this, that, and the other. Like, baby, at the end of the day, like, do we vibe? Do we vibe or
Right.
not? You know what I'm saying? Like all that shit that we were doing back on the internet don't matter if we get together and it's weird and we can't
Exactly.
communicate with each other. And
So
we looking
Antron said, I feel you, beauty. Ask in person, look at them in their eyes, and study their body language.
absolutely. You gotta
After,
know.
yeah, yes, I do that. I knew when my kids would lie to me just by me asking them questions, and I look at them. I just look at their face, how they act, their body language. I'm like, you're lying, you're lying,
Absolutely.
and I can just tell just based on their, just the body language and the face. So yeah, yeah, I'm finna interrogate you. Yeah, I'm finna interrogate you. And if you're a real man, you will not feel intimidated, and you finna answer them questions with no problem. You gonna have me looking like, well, damn, okay.
What are good first date questions?
What are you looking for? Do you have any kids? Because I don't want no more kids. Do you have any kids? And a lot of these questions I'm asking them over the phone normally before I even go on a date with you. But it's normally, do you have any kids? It's normally, when was your last relationship? And I kind of want I mean, I don't want to know your background like that really, but I kind of want to get an idea like, well, how long was your longest relationship? Because if you're like 40 and you're telling me your longest relationship was like 1 month, do you have problem with commitment? Because how you 40 something, 50, and you're telling me your longest relationship was just like 1 month, or the last time you were in a relationship was like 20 years ago. Like, I'm so confused. Like, what's going on, sir? So yeah, yeah. And I be having my questions ready because baby, yeah, you can answer these questions. If you want another date, you can answer these questions.
So what are red flags in a relationship?
Red flags, not being consistent. If he's not consistent, red flags. If he's picking up his phone, well, dating or relationship, well, I guess it's the same. It's the same. Yeah, if he's not being consistent, if he is not answering his phone certain hours of the night, if he is flipping his phone over a lot where I can't see, like why is your phone flipped over every time you buy me? Why is your phone flipping over? Red flags. What else? What else? What else? Yeah, just not being consistent and just me like catching you in lies, because I be finding people, I be catching people in lies. Like I'm good, like I be catching the motherfuckers in lies so damn quick. So yeah, it's the lies and it's the not being consistent. Those are red flags and those are deal breakers for me. Those are
Oh,
definitely my deal breakers. And if you're not bringing me around your family, like my story time, if you ain't bringing me around your family and friends after we've been around, after we've been together for X amount of time, yeah, baby, that's something's going on. Like something's going on.
I agree. Uh, I would say red flags for me would be baby mama drama, how you treat your mom, how you treat your sister, you know what I mean? How you are with your kids. You, I feel like red flags is, but I definitely pick it back on the same red flags you have, you know what I'm saying? But like,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you treat yourself? What do you allow?
Right.
What, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and those are questions that I ask, like as far as like you said with the mom, like I be asking questions like, where's your mom? Is your mom in your life? Did you grow up with your mom? Did you grow up with your father? Like, how's the relationship? Because based on that, I can probably already know, like, not trying to judge, but I may have an issue because if your mama was a shitty mama, you may have mama issues. If your daddy wasn't around, you may have daddy issues because men could have daddy issues just like women could have daddy issues. So those questions, and I want to know like what kind of relationship do you have with your mom? Like if he's talking bad about his mom, he has a toxic relationship with his mom. Yeah, and I ask about family members. Like I be want to know, baby. I go. on their social media, because you can tell a lot about somebody based on what they're just based on what they put on their social media, the type of people that they hang with. So I do my investigation and I want to see what kind of people you hanging with and what kind of things you're posting on social media, because that'll give me an idea like what I'm dealing with or what I
Absolutely.
might be dealing with.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I agree to a certain extent. You know what I mean? Because sometimes social media could be a ploy or an act or just a persona, and it may not be something that they actually take serious. It could be something that they're networking on. So it's just like you say, it depends on how you are and and what you think in regards to that.
Yeah.
But if
With
you
the
open,
social media, if you do content, I feel like, yeah. But if you don't do content, I don't know. I think that's just you. But if you're somebody that you're a content creator, you're an influencer, like we put shows, like we're performers kind of. So that's different. But somebody that doesn't deal with like content, they don't do YouTube, they don't do any of that, and they're posting certain things, nah. Mm-mm. You're talking about women, booty shaking it. You 40 something talking about club and this and that. A red
yeah,
flag, because we supposed to be talking about investments and properties and traveling the world, and you're talking about the club at
right,
almost 50.
right. We should be talking about building. So even
Right.
if you got bad credit, we can't build shit together.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying content creator get a pass, Sheldon, but what I'm saying is like that's like I mean it's content. Like people like all type of different contents. And those don't even be who they really are in person. But people like certain type of content. Like for example, what's her name? Peach McIntyre. People talk about her a lot, and she be doing, but baby, she's
Because
a
you don't
genius.
understand. You have to understand like the game, and she did, and she
Right.
understood a long time ago. And she used to
She's
always say,
laughing. She's laughing to the
"Ma-
bank.
she says, make fun of me so that you can make your bag." She's like,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, I'm still gonna get mine, and it's smart because even if it's bad publicity, it's publicity. Even if you make a fake account, even if you go and make a fake channel and start creating all these videos about this person, and they get watched, they're gonna go back and compare and like, who you talking about? What you got going
Yeah.
on?
Like my girl is a genius. Like whatever people gotta say about her, like baby, she is damn near a millionaire at this point. It's like, she doesn't care. Like, and I'm like, I love that for her. Cause they were talking crap about her getting evicted, this and that. She popped up with a whole house. A whole
But you
house.
know, if you think about it like this though, cooking beauty, if it's your job, you're supposed to keep people entertained in a way. Whatever it
Yeah.
is going on, if they all about the drama, then they all about the drama. You really can't do nothing about it. But if it's making you a bag, it's making you a bag. What are
Yeah.
we
And
talking?
the sad part is that's what people like. That's what makes you money.
So it's like, I had some issues and I could have wrote on that. You know what I'm saying? I thought about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I could build this and we can just I don't want to be I got enough stacked against
Mhm.
me, considering, how old I am and how I dress and this and that. I don't want the type of channel where it's a battle and it's drama and it's this and it's
Right. I
that.
feel you on that.
I let that go. You know what I'm saying? But a lot
Right.
of times
You gotta pick your battles
people like
wisely.
content. You know what I'm saying? She got a lot of subscribers from that shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? At the end of the day, I look like a clown. Why is you beefing with somebody that ain't even on your level? You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
It don't make sense. But Peach don't go back and forth. She allow those people to make these type of
She
whatever,
ignores them.
and that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. Because
You're supposed
they keep her relevant.
But
Because
that's the whole point of it. And it's like it's even if it's bad publicity, sometimes it's publicity and she
right.
get off of it. Honey, I don't knock her. And I
Yeah.
see you and the other girl, I can't remember, she was talking about Dante. Like I feel like he's doing the same thing. It's like it's whatever to get the views. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I used to talk about him in the beginning, and when I used to very first start, it was him and Jeff Lubin and a couple other people that I was actually watching, trying to figure out how the fuck to do this YouTube shit. And he was
Yeah.
teaching me. So I feel like all of it is support. All of it is to get a back. All of it is to get views. And they
Yeah.
know how to do it. They cracked the code. You know what I'm saying? You can't really be mad at them. Doe Dash, all of them. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
You cannot be mad. That's their strategy. That's their
Yeah.
strategy.
And the social media is all about entertainment. Like you're literally just entertaining people. Like what you're putting out is not even real, but that they want to think if they think this is your real life, let them think it. So
Right,
that's what it's all about. All the content creators, most of them, they have some type of drama, even if they didn't ask for it or somebody started the drama, rumors, and they just let them keep. They just let them eat it up, and keep making the money. So it comes with the territory.
at the end of the day, you can't control what someone else says or what somebody else do, what they post, what they
No,
you know, so all you can do is control what's in your corner, what you navigate, what you have control over, and that's it. Everything else is out of your hands. So why is you really worried about that in the first place? People are going to judge you regardless. You could be feeding the homeless. People are going to judge you,
exactly,
talk shit about you, and slander you, and whatever it is that you're doing. There's going to be somebody that don't like it. There's going to be somebody that don't agree with it. So at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to please everybody, and
no,
that's okay. Find your way, find your rhythm, find your code. You know what I'm saying, and live by it. Stay in your lane. Period. That's it.
that's true.
That's it.
Um, Elevator said, "Fellas, am I the only one taking notes? I don't know how long he wrote that, but oh, he been wrote that. I was all the way up. Social media be slick, snitching on y'all, taking folks, suggesting friends and shit. Yeah, they do. Oh, okay, easy night.
Good night,
Y'all be
Easy.
blessed, baby girl. Gospel in the morning. Great. Okay. Right, Sheldon. Yeah, make the bag bigger because look what they do to Beyonce. They talk smash about Beyonce 24/7 about her babies, about her husband, her just everything. You child, she don't ever say anything.
The
She
thing
like she
about
said, I'm
if
gonna let
I'm
my paper.
exactly if I'm
Mm-hmm.
um what you do online and what you do in real life should be two different things.
Right,
Allow them to have their preconceived notions or whatever it is that they have in regards to you. That's not for you to control. What you
right.
control is doing in your real life. That
That's
should be
true.
They should be like, what? I thought she said online she was down. Honey, that's what I said online. And you ate that up.
Exactly.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, what else can I say? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not supposed to be, this is my real life. Y'all seeing every bit of it. You know what I'm saying? Because people are very judgmental. People don't understand your struggle. People are not going to understand it if they ain't never been through it. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
Understand. So it's
I
like,
completely agree. Yeah.
you got to pick your battles and move on with that. Boom. It is what it is. Pow, this is what I do and this is what I don't. Moving on. Next.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Um, but babe, so we gotta end this live because baby, my phone, the percentage is like really, really low.
I think we're at like 2 hours now in like 15
Oh
minutes.
yeah, we probably are by now. It feels longer now. Well, yeah, on here it says 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours and 15 minutes is crazy.
Yeah. But guys, don't forget to thumbs up the live and please do not forget to go to my girl's YouTube. Her name is down at the bottom. Is down at the bottom. So if you have not yet subbed to her, please go ahead and go on her channel. Show her some love. Let her know I sent you if you're here. And make sure you sub and make sure you show her some love. Cause why not? Why not?
Right, right. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much.
You're
Congratulations,
welcome.
Easy, on your grandbaby. Absolutely. Congratulations. Easy
Oh,
just had a
Easy had his
grand-
grandbaby.
yeah, girl. He just had a grandbaby like a couple days ago.
Oh, that's so
Um,
cute.
so,
Congratulations, old man. He
thank you
gonna be
so much.
so mad.
Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate that.
I will go check her out. Thank you, Anthony. Part two coming soon. Yes, yes. We'll be working on that.
Absolutely.
Definitely. And
Absolutely.
hopefully next time we have it on StreamYard because it looked like we're gonna need that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We would love for y'all to comment in the, down below. Get in the comments. Let us know what you want us to talk about. Let us know what y'all want
Right.
to, and we're all for that. We can consider it. So,
Exactly. Make it good. Make it good. Let us know what y'all want to see next. And if
yep.
you have any names for our I guess segments, let us know because we're looking for a name. So
So
let
that's
us know.
so we didn't know, like, you know what I mean, like how well this was going to go, but I think that it went pretty well. So we're thinking about maybe going ahead to, making this a segment. You know what I mean? We haven't decided on how often we're going to do it, but
You're right.
if we can create a segment between the two of us, we would love to know what y'all think the name should be. So feel free to comment whatever you think the name should be. feel free to comment whatever it is you think that we should discuss, because we're gonna be discussing a lot of shit. Feel free to discuss it,
Yeah.
honey. Feel free to
And
be
it's not
open.
just gonna be relationship.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's gonna get kinky. It's gonna get nasty. It's gonna get dirty. It's gonna get whatever it needs to get. Whatever.
Yes.
We grown, honey. We is adults in here.
Yes.
It ain't gonna be no kids in here.
Nah, they're
No,
gonna have to go to bed.
no
All right,
kids.
boo. So I have to go. So I'm gonna hit you up. I do have to charge my phone. I don't want it to die on you guys, but mwah. Thank you so much for also coming on. I appreciate you and I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
Thank you
Much
so
success.
Thank you so much for having me, and much success to you too, sweetheart. I am so grateful for this collab, girl. I'm looking forward for the next time. Good night to everybody in the chat. I love you all.
Yes, love you guys. Mwah. Bye.
Bye.